All right, people, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC, Crystal Age Technology Screens, and the new company which we're working on, involving the gaming technology and the new Apex Gamer technology we're working on, our Cardboard PC Kingdom. Of course, that name is subject to change because, again, I'm still working on it. All right, so this is a cardboard PC case that we're working for designing on a micro ITX motherboard, which we already have our case screws in there sized up for a micro ITX. So I got a dummy board over there to give us the exact measurements for it. We're going to basically simple, basic build, nothing insane at the end of the day. It still can do gaming and all that other stuff on it. I just want to hook it up for this case we have here. So I'm going to pick up a i5 processor, maybe more the top of the line, better than ones we have behind us. We're going to put 16 gigabytes of hard drive space, RAM. Hard drive is going to be 2 terabytes M-State solid state drive, and liquid cooling system, yes, 120 millimeters single liquid cooling system, along with I don't know. Let's get the 16. We'll get the 1050s in there. It has to be low profile because, again, this case is not designed to house a big graphic card. So we need a low profile graphic card to do it. Definitely. So I may drop in the 1610s behind me and overclock them. I don't overclock them on here because we don't need to, because I want to put something bigger on these. But we may overclock over here. Where is my information at? I still have the bottom of this case to paint, and I still got to work on the arcade PC, which I'm working on getting that one done. So let's get cracking, Jackson, and get this done. Keep in mind, the gamer, we're designing 3 screen paints this coming up. So we're doing basically the silver technology, we're doing the Apex Gamer, and we're doing the Quasar, the blue Quasar. So let me get this started. Ouch. So we couldn't get any black paint, so we're just going over this with blue, dark blue. We just need to be able to cover up the original print on here, and we need to be able to cover up the original print and harden the box. That's what the painting does, it hardens the box up. So what I need to do is I need to get, because the original paint job on here, it's going to be bronze, which I should be ordering that now. So I'm going to turn this over so I can get access to underneath of my new PC case. And again, we build these PC cases out of cardboard because it's easy and very affordable to do it that way. On top of that, I can customize the case any way I want. And I wanted to do a little small micro case anyway, so I figure I'd start doing one on cardboard, because the other ones we have are quite good sized cases. So what we're doing is just covering the surface, the print, so that way you can go in and repaint it. This kind of works like a primer and actually hardens the surface. This is our nice little balcony. And this case is pretty well sturdy because I dropped it literally off my desk. And it hit pretty hard and still didn't break or fall apart or anything like that. Can't wait to get my Chrissy projector in. Went over the account again and make sure I got this projector for 50 bucks, because I want to look up and say, hey, you bought parts. But actually we did get the projector. And with only 539 hours on it, which is good because Chrissy's go up to 3,000. We're going to be running ours in eco mode anyway, so. And then the guy who gets them, he basically gets them from, he has an LLC, which he has a company. So I'm not just buying this from somebody, I'm buying it actually from a company. That's where I got the last ones from. We did for the storefront. So it's first time we have Chrissy of this caliber running off of our screen paint, because we usually use the Sony's on those. So I'm really excited about the Apex Gamer, the new version of it. So that is going to be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful product. That's what we're building all these PCs for, because I had to have something to put on the case, put on the website for showcase. So we're building all these different. On top of that, we build something different, something affordable, and we don't worry about having the 4K projectors and high model projectors, because we don't need it. Screen Paint does all the work. That's why I went and bought a 720p projector for $50, because we don't have to spend that money. So I just notice hardening the surface. Okay. Usually we have black, but we can get blue. They actually ran out. We bought all of it. Let me get a little more here with the brush. There we go. Now the theme for this one, we're going to be doing a little jungle scenery. As I told you before, I wanted to do that, but we didn't want the case. The case was, all right, reconnection. Like I said, every time I saw fake plants, I wanted to build one. I wanted to make one. So now we're going to build one. This won't have the regular hard drives on it like we have with those right there. This will have the M2s on it instead. That's what I put on those. And we're going to paint all the individual plants. Of course, it's a glow-in-the-dark high fluorescent paint. And then we're going to run our temperature. I don't know what you're going to call it. There's a name for what they call it when they basically use it to feed plants. But several, the chemical we have in here is basically nuclear reactor. It's radiation poisoning that's in there. That's what's causing the plants to grow in weird designs. We're going to build and design our own plants. Something different and make them all glow in the dark and real pretty design. And then we're going to put some lights in between that. That's basically going to have a nice high glow on them that will basically cause the plants to trigger off. Put a little spotlighting in there. You can get certain plants to run. Put a high fluorescent crystal activator on it so they activate even faster. So we don't have to worry about charging from the lights too much. And then we're going to run a piping system all through this area. It's going to be clear piping. I'll pump some of that vegetable oil. Dang, I literally forgot to keep getting this stuff. I'm going right back out and get this vegetable oil. I literally keep forgetting to get this stuff. We need to have that in the tank. I got to do the corrosion job on here today too also. So we're going to do this over K corrosion job, little corrosion build up. Show you how to do that with a little bit of caulking. Does that, gives you that effect. That's when we build our nuclear burnout projection screens and projectors. So it's a nice little interesting build. We may put some fireflies in there too also. Some light with some fireflies. So I'm going to build a nice little setup. I have no idea why I painted the bottom. Don't even ask me why. Because we didn't need to paint the bottom, but I'm here painting our way, so you know what? Might as well just go through with it, right? Go. And again, as I said before, I can't express it enough. I know people come on and they just troll, but we like to answer you anyway. Help you get you on your merry way. But you don't need to have a powerful PC in order to game. You don't. The problem is that people who do not game on PCs, you'll basically bump into a elitist system, some high-powered machine, and then all of a sudden you just get in your mind that, oh, PC costs so much money, it must be really expensive. to play PC. No, if it was that case, it wouldn't be a lot of people gaming. Because those parts can get kind of expensive. You can play with older parts, still play. The i5, still an amazing chip, CPU, the game off. The 3770, still recommended as an amazing chip, the game off. A lot of games will run off of that. And if you were to go the route of building a high-end system, if I was going to go basic, 240 liquid cooling system, which is all I need. I don't need a 420. I get an i9 processor. Matter of fact, I forgot about that crap. You can get the i9 processor in combo. Heck, I already forgot about the combo. I already forgot about that. Hold on for a minute. i9 processor and motherboard combo. Yeah, because you can get the combos. And this is a digital board too. This is an i9 processor. It's on Amazon. Oh, heck yeah. There we go. See right here? This is why I was going to buy a PS5 at first. PS5 Pro. I was going to buy one at first, right? And then I came in here and I saw this. And I was like, well, what the frick am I going to buy me a PS5 Pro for? When $498, I can get an i9 129K. This is a 12th generation 16 core. This will eat your system alive. I mean, literally eat it alive. I mean, okay, at the end of the day, wrap yourself in bacon, throw yourself into the lion's cage because you're not getting out of that one. This motherboard setup right here would eat your system alive. You see how amazing that thing is? This is digital boards. This is an i9 process. Look at that. And on top of that, this is a motherboard and CPU combo, which means you get the motherboard and CPU. Two most expensive parts besides the graphic card. That's it. But I thought I forgot about that. You can break it down and get it this way. It'd be much, much easier. Yeah, because it's much easier than separating these. I get all in one hit. And that's a pretty good i5. i9 on there. Hold on for a minute. We may have to buy this right away. Wi-Fi, it takes DDR5. Yeah. This literally would eat your system alive. I mean, I ain't trying to be rude at the console gamer at the end of the day, but come on, man, you're paying $700 for a system, and you ain't got no i9 processor sitting on top of it. That should tell you right there something ain't right. They're giving you fruity biscuits. That's what they're giving you, fruity biscuits. That's what they're doing at the end of the day. Jeez, my goodness. Oh, it's definitely picking this thing up. This thing has a PCI Express compatible slots. PCI 5.0, PCI 4.0, and PCI 3.0. What the freak? Oh, definitely gonna get one. We get one of these. We're building my game system with one of these. Definitely, yes, sirree. This is freaking sick. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yeah, I'm grabbing one of these. Definitely grabbing one of these. So, this thing is sick, and this board is digital. Man. Now, see right here? I can get 2 terabytes. 2 terabytes for $119. My RAM, I can get 32 gigs of RAM. 32 gigs of RAM at $102. That's not bad at all. Period. Oh, heck yeah. And the full price, if I buy all this, get a discount, I get for $712. $712. And how much you paying for a PlayStation 5? Once you pay the optical drive, once you pay for the stand, once you pay for the tax, you're roughly in the range of somewhere sitting at around almost $900 to $1,000. And here we got 2 terabytes. You got 2 terabytes in your system, right? This got 32 gigs of RAM. You got 16 gigs of RAM. This is an i9 i9 processor, which is much more powerful than your res that you have sitting in your system right now, your AMD. And then the motherboard alone, you just the graphic card capability, you can run a 5090 off this easy. You can run the 4090s, 5090s, 2090s, 3090. You run the big boy cards off that thing. Now, the reason why this one costs you more because it got the heat spreaders on. You got the heat spreaders on this. Oh, yeah. I think we done changed directions. And what's the motherboard? Motherboard is what? If it's not micro ITX, I don't care, man. I built me a case for that thing at the end of the day. That's impressive. Jeez. I forgot about the combos. You get so much more with the combos. So much more with the combos. See, this is what I tell you at the end of the day. Console gamer, you have to. You have to go over to the side and stop getting ripped off. But you fight it. You fight it. Oh, yeah, you fight it. But don't worry. You'll come over sooner or later. You have no choice. Your system's converting into PC. Only problem is when you find out that all the things you can't do, which you should be able to do because you're spending the money. You literally have spent the money for a PC, and you can't do half the things a PC can do. That tells you right there. Now, before, like I said, having exclusive titles and all that stuff, this is what puts you on the map. Having games that would never transfer over to the PS5 to the PC, this is what puts you on the map. Having a system at $500, that's what puts you on the map. You know what I mean? There's no way in the world at one point a PC could compete with a $500 console because the machine costs too much money to build. But if you look at that right there, that setup right there, yeah, there we go. And guess what? With that thing right there, you will be doing GTA at 60 frames per second, probably a little higher than that. I'm looking at probably roughly, if I can get this thing overclocked the way I want it, I want to do GTA at 120 frames per second. They're like, oh, that console, but that's not possible. It is possible because you're on console. That's why you can't understand it. I'm not trying to bash it in the day, but you have to understand. You can't expect for your machine to run the same way a PC is going to run. If a PC guy's on there bragging about doing 120 frames per second in a game, you can't compete with that because he has better parts than you at the end of the day. Can't be in that category. But your system costs $700. And then with the tax, $760, $750, $760. And then if you get the optical drive with that, optical drive for one of these things, we choose to get one, which you really don't need one at all. It's just pointless. But if we got one, I'm buying one right now for this one over here for $15. That's it. It's an optical drive. No one uses those things anymore. I just saw what my RAM capability is. It's not 32. It's actually higher than that. My RAM capability on this board is 192 gigs. Oh, you about to come get some. You are about to come get some. I'm about to serve you not even a slice. I'm going to give you just a whole pizza. I'm going to give you the whole pizza. Ain't no point in giving you a slice of that. The whole pizza. You get the whole pizza and you get the cheesy sticks. You get the breadsticks. You get the dessert. You get the soda, the drink. And heck, I don't even want the tip. You can have it. Look at this. Look at the max out on that motherboard kicks in. 192 gigs. Mind you, this build is inexpensive. Oh, let's do an add-up on this. Hold on a minute. I gotta do an add-up on this. This is insane. I'm getting this. I'm buying it. I'm getting it. Hey, it's done. I'm getting it. I'm done. I'm getting it. I'm gonna start working on my box PC for it already. I'm getting it. It's done. It's set in stone. So when you're on GTA and you're paying $700 for a system plus change, and you're sitting there like, we have the most powerful system in the world. I hope it's cross-platform. I plan to be in the room. PC has entered the room. Yes. Let me see. Okay, so this is a combo, man. These combos are sweet. Now, can you get combos for consoles? Nah. You get bundles. That's what y'all get, bundles. I know I paid for a bunch of those things. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look at this. I don't even know how to handle this. I don't even know how to handle it. It's just too much. It's going to be amazing. Now, do I need this type of power to game? Nah, I don't. I can game easier with one of these machines over here, not a problem. But this is a shut up some of you freaking fanboys out there that run your mouths too much at the end of the day, talking about how powerful your console is. I'm going to crush your console and show you what true power is. Try to be nice at the end of the day. We really did. We tried to be nice. I tried, but you just kept pushing me and pushing me. And now I got to take my skills. I got to build an elitist, a monster at the end of the day that's going to destroy your system. I'm going to make your parts in your system look like something off an Atari 2600. I'm messing with you. Come on, I'm console myself. Ha ha. Planning to get all three systems anyway. La da 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 da. It's at the end of the day, that's why I say your fanboys take it too. Well, y'all do it. What the freak? Y'all do it. Because I've seen basically freaking PS5 fanboys arguing with PS5 Pro fanboys. Yeah, y'all kind of got to split in the division in your era now, because now you got one half bragging about how your PS5 system is banging, but now you got the other half that's talking about how your system is outdated. And you're both fanboys. Look at the split and the rift between the fanboys. They are warring against each other. Xbox is sitting back saying, excellent, excellent. They build a new system, and now what you call your unity is much less than it is. You have now become weak because now you fight among each other. You do. Gamers do that. We're known for doing that. We're known for basically bragging about specifications and all that stuff. If we have all the same system, then we get brag about who got the bigger TV, who got the better sound system. Yeah, it's always like that. That's just normal. That's what we do. That's what we do, not normal. But y'all take it too far with us. Y'all get mad at us big time, like, you think you're better than the rest of us. I'm not technically lying on that. I mean, just to be truthful here. I mean, literally, you're not on the level of a PC. You have some abilities. You just don't have all the abilities. Like, you just like buying a car that you can only turn left. You can't learn right. You can't back up. You can just keep turning left and keep turning left. That's all you can do. That's it. It's the only option you got. You're like, why is my steering only turn left? Because you have console. That's why you can only turn left. So what if I got PC? We can go anywhere the freak you want at the end of the day. Heck, this thing even flies. We got modifications to do it. You can go fly. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The point that's going to kick in for you guys to go over to PC is the fact your prices. The prices are literally going to jump on your system so high that you're going to figure like, well, I'm getting nothing for nothing. Like I'm spending all this money, but I'm not really getting a chance to do what I want to do. That's why you get people who do both console and gaming, because the PC and gaming, because the PC gamers will still gravitate to their PCs because of modifications and everything they can do on it. I'm out on your system, I'm getting banned. I get that little letter saying you've been banned for 999. Or that's not you guys. That would be Xbox says that 999. Right, 29's in there. Oh, I got the point. All right, I'm banned. And I have to write it in like 9 times. 9999999999999 for basically touching something in a system that belongs to me, that I paid for. That's like living in a house and you go to open up a door and somebody comes in and just punches you in the face and go, no, you can't go in that room, but I own the house, it's mine. What you mean I can't go in there? You know how insane that sounds? There you go, that's console for you. I got mad at freaking Xbox. I got an argument with the representatives because I told you I put a port. I didn't never touch the system. I just cut into the case. But you can't do that. They won't let you cut into the case. Because you're not supposed to do that. Because it's technically not yours. It's theirs. Because you're connected to their server. And since you're connected to their server, they can tell you whatever to do and you got to do it. Or they just cut you off your server and you're screwed. Yep. Console just... Now, mind you, like I said, when you're paying $500 for a system, or $400 for a system, people don't mind those rules. I don't mind those rules. But now you're talking about charging $700 for a system. It costs just as much as a standard PC. Now we got some problems. And a standard PC will let you touch whatever you want on the system, get you free service to go online and play, get your free games, all that cool stuff. If somebody's saying, well, we get free games, I got a PlayStation over there, I got a PlayStation subscription on it. People are like, well, we got free games. No, technically you don't have free games. You know why? Because you got to pay for the service to get the free games, so therefore they're not free. Free means you're getting them for free, without paying anything, any cost at all, no hidden strings attached to it. It's free. And the fact that you have to pay for a subscription cost just to pay to get those games, and mine is certain packages that would get you those games, like they got the silver, gold, whatever they have. You guys have something completely different, which I know on my end. But if you have that particular package, then you get those particular perks to play those particular games. Right there. I had to pay $17, I think $7 more in order to get the perks to be able to stream games on the PlayStation system. So technically, you don't get them for free. Now PC, when you get your PC, or if you just pop into a Steam account to see what it's like in there, you don't need a PC to check out the Steam account. You'll notice you'll see an area that says free games. You download them, guess what? They're free. And they don't give you like games that have that pay to play, nonsense, where you get like crappy stuff, and everybody's got this freaking superficial, insane armor at the end of the day, but you got that mess. Yeah. So you actually start off with some pretty cool stuff. So that's what's pretty nice about it. I got the Disney Racer. I ended up with 5 really good cars. I mean, good ones. I beat races with those cars. Literally had beat races with those cars. So it ain't like you start off and they give you the most crappiest armor you could possibly think of. And everybody's got this freaking, I don't know, space age armor. And you got that crap. That's called pay to play. You gotta pay to get those cool extras. Most of the games on PC, basically, you start off with cool stuff. Everybody got the same stuff, hype armor at the end of the day. And you got to earn your armor. Can't buy it. Some of the games you got to earn, you can't buy. Nobody gets an advantage point because you got deeper pockets. Everybody hates that crap. I got this armor on, what's the game called? That game is called Dungeon Defenders. I had to earn to get that armor. It's an armor that's on fire. Everything's on fire that I'm wearing. Armor, and it's, oh no. The armor I had to buy. Because they're skins. They don't do anything special. They're just skins. They really don't do anything special. The sword, on the other hand, that one I had to earn. That sword blows fire. It shoots fire out of it. It's a big skull on it. It shoots fire. No, sorry. It's a sword, the shield. One is a sword that has fire, and the other one's a shield that has a skull that blows fire out of it. You got to earn that one. Which means you got to get from the hard freaking levels to get it. But the trick about Dungeon Defenders, what a lot of people don't realize, we can go off topic for a minute here, is to level up one of your characters to 50. Once you level up your characters to 50, you can bring your other characters into the levels with him. And when you bring them in there, what you do is you basically can level up rapidly because they're on very high levels. And high levels will actually speed up your skill tree extremely fast. So you get one character all the way up to 50. Once you get them all the way up to 50, you get that sword, when you kill that beast that flies over top the ship and all that nonsense. And once you get that achievement, then you go in and you bring the same guy in there, but you switch him back and forth just enough where he can actually achieve but not get killed in the process. The one that actually has the 50, it can take the most damage. He's the one that takes out most of the heavier enemies. And the other one basically takes the lighter enemies, but because you're on that level where 50s are at, you will automatically start jumping. That's how I was jumping people's skill level. I came in, I had pretty much all my weapons and stuff were maxed out. I had all enchanted weapons and everything, so I can go in the game and set up, and my traps would kill anything coming across the board, where they can't go in there because they would get murdered. And I would allow them to go in there and farm. So I would set up at the top, farming for noobs. And they could come in there and get all the high-end weapons. But you still can't use the high-end weapons right away because you have to have a level system. You have to be up to level 50 to use them, but at least they got them. That's what we would do. But all that stuff, man, they got tons. That's a free game, by the way. I paid for it over on PlayStation, but I got it free over here. There's tons of weapons that you can achieve. I mean, you're not buying any. You can buy some weapons, but, chances are the stuff you're buying in in-game are much more powerful than the stuff you buy. Which I tell people at the end of the day, don't buy anything from the shops. It's a waste of money, because if you do, you get into the end game with somebody, especially if you get into a level with somebody where everybody has weapons that are through the roof, you don't got to do nothing but farm. That's it. You're going to have huge weapons and all that stuff. But yeah, that shield, I had to beat that dragon on the hardest level, and that was a pain in the butt to take that thing down. But I got it, and I got that shield that blows flames. And anytime you see anybody walking around in Dungeon Defenders and they got that shield where the fire comes out, yeah, it's because they beat that indoor dragon, or that dragon's on the hardest level. Whew, man, died a lot to get that one. A lot. You died again, but you died again, and you died again, and you died again. Yes, one time you died. freaking Viking. I remember Viking on Xbox 360. Oh my goodness, that last boss was freaking insane. Like, why? You know, you play a game where a boss is literally so hard, it just feels like you're not even touching the control anymore. Like somehow you have this out-of-body experience where you're there, but you're not there. It's called in the zone, I think that's what they call it. That's what that felt like. But anyway, soon I'll have the haters will contact me on that. Like, you don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Bird. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. I can't wait to finish my Haterade PC. Dedicated. It's what I said at the bottom. I signed it. Dedicated to you haters. I love you haters. I want you to know that. I want you to ever think at the end of the day, Mr. Bird does not like you. Mr. Bird does like you. Despite the fact that you hate me, I like you. And I do. I'm not being sincere, I do. When I come on the channel, do you hear me cursing and kind of, you freaking haters, you get on freaking this, yeah. No, I mean, you're having fun at the end of the day, so, you know, things you say to me don't hurt me at the end of the day. It just makes you wonder why you like that. That's what it does. It makes you wonder why. Like, why you like that? Who made you like that? How did you get like that? Chances are it was a woman that made you bitter. Chances it probably wasn't a woman that made you bitter. Something made you bitter. All right, let me see what this will cost me. So basically, if I get the RAM at 32 gigs of RAM, that's 102, and it comes with the heat spreaders and the RGBs on them. That's just beautiful. Altogether, that's $105 for that. And the M2 solid state drive with the heat spreaders, which we're going to liquid cool anyway. It's about $119. What else we need? That's it. Except for the graphic card, that's all I need. I'm done. Depends on the graphic card, makes and breaks on how much I gotta spend. If I go get a 5090, depending on what this thing's gonna cost, if it's $2,500, do I need a 5090 to game with? No. You don't need that power for the game with. People want it because they're gonna say, I got a 5090. I can put something there for the time being, run all my gaming applications, get a 5090 later on, because I got time. Whew. So, I can put the equivalency of your card in there, which is actually a 4070, no, 4060. It's 4060, 4060. 4060, no, 4070. Let me make sure. 4070. Oh, where's the remote? Something more control. Yeah, I think you are 4070. You're 4070. 4070. Holy jolly Christmas. This thing is actually amazing. Absolutely amazing. So let's see. Let's get a 40, 90. No, I'm going to do 47. 4070. 16 gigabyte. 4070. What? Dogs kill me when I do that. Wah. All right, let me see. You're like, what you doing? What? That's 16 gigabyte. You imagine 16 gigabyte on the thing? Heck, damn it, that would be. Wait a minute. Let's look at that here. And that'd be insane. 16 gigabytes on a freaking graphic card? Gee whiz Louise. That's insane. Cool. Oh, I check something real quick. 16 gigabytes. That's madness, man. I can get one for $500, but I don't know. That package is hot because literally everything's there. I don't really have to pay more much. The like recording system on it, like really. Let me see. Big step up underground. But no, I don't feed into all that. I know they want to get upset and angry with me. I feel sorry for you that you're like that, but no, I don't get into all that. I don't get angry like that. For what? What's the point? I mean, we got technology we're building every single day. When we're here, we're running down songs. No reason to get angry about what. You know. Maybe you thought maybe you're cutting into my profits or something. I don't know. I mean, you can take it up with God. That's where you have to take it up with God at the end of the day. So, I mean, I know it's not. You're not cutting into my profits at all. Period. Just gotta learn to calm down. You're just too excited. Let me see. I didn't let this dry. I'm actually looking up something real quick. Oh, by the way, where anyone, if he's still on YouTube, I'll tell you why. Because when he contacted us, he actually mentioned something that we talked about. And I'm like, how would you know that? How would you know if I talked about that particular topic? How would you know? Now, would it be somebody acting like him? No, we heard the voice recording. It was him. Because you can't leave, you have to leave voice or just leave blank. So we know his voice. I know his voice any day. So yeah, contacted me, basically asking me questions, and I'm like, well, how would you know that if you wasn't in the room? That means you got a dummy account and you're in the room somewhere, right? There we go. There we go. Yep. Okay. Boy, he's gonna be frustrated. He sees no line. But you see the truck I'm planning to buy. Then the truck costs about $500,000 for that thing. And I'm gonna tick him off. I'm like, oh shoot, you got a what? I don't know, some kind of military vehicle that he purchased. Yeah, because AdTech launches this year. You know, AdTech's coming this year. AdTech's already set to go to 4 locations already this year. So with that being said, AdTech brings in a lot of money. We got a store already interested in that. That glass has got to be somewhere about a couple thousand feet. It's huge. Then when we put AdTech into that glass, that is at least a $20,000 job to be done. And you know, people are going to see that screen coming in and out of that office building, how much money it's going to bring to us. Yeah, there you go. That's why I told the people that we set up with AdTech, we said, look, you can basically have the service and we put it in for free, but you got to advertise for it. You can put your own stuff in. We don't care. Put our information at the bottom. That's all you got to do. It does itself. We just need a window to put it in. That's all. And that's going to be a roll-on application too, because we figured out a way how to get a screen to roll on. That's rear projection, which actually cuts down on our time altogether. Yeah. For the other person may say that, well, wait a minute. I thought you said it was impossible. You don't have my experience level in rear projection technology, so you wouldn't be able to figure it out. Seen the video I just shot about what we know about rear projection. I got more on that. I didn't get a chance to put all. We do those reels. We don't get a chance to put everything in there. We can only fit so much in there, so I try to squeeze as much as I can in there. But then they can get understanding how the word works. That's not real. The other one was so distraught by our technology that he couldn't believe it was real. At first, he thought our screens were gray. He literally thought there was no way a black screen could do that. So then he tried to label our stuff as gray. That didn't work too well. We're doing black versus black demonstrations and pour outs. It ain't gonna work. Then he came up with the camera tricks. That was one of them. Yeah, but we went on site. Everybody saw the same thing everybody else saw on YouTube, so that failed for him. Then he claimed he can make it. We gave him permission to do it. He failed miserably. We had to turn around and make it ourselves, and that didn't match because he didn't have the heightener technology on ourselves going into it. What other things that we get? Then we're accused of having certain settings in our projectors. We got a bunch of demonstrations showing at the end of the day that we show our projector settings. They're actually below factory settings. Kick the crap out of that theory. Then with the special camera equipment, I had two cell phones. So I actually recorded a phone as I was actually recording the other one. They're both on live, and I can show you my settings in there. Oh yeah, we made that specially for you people at the end of the day that you'll nice. It even says in the video. And so I said I made this video especially for you haters out there. In case we gotta go to court, if you do something stupid. Yeah. What was the other one we got accused of? We said we were all these things, but all the entire time, calibrated projectors. He's on a calibrated machine. There's a difference between a regular machine and calibrated, two different. So, at one point, he was using a 4K enhancer in one of his demonstrations to enhance his resolution count. So yeah, anytime you got in a dark environment, you're cheating. Cheating. Whoa, cheating. But anything we do at the end of the day is going to ruffle their feathers. Like this, it's a ruffle their feathers. If I put my boots on top of the desk, that will ruffle their feathers. If I go to the store and buy a hot dog, that will ruffle their feathers. If I sneeze on camera, that will ruffle their feathers. I really think that they'd be sitting there writing in the middle of a thunderstorm, like this song called Some Shady. They'd be writing letters to me. Dear Kenneth, you get on my nerves, but I'm obsessed with you. Look, you have to understand. Once in a blue moon, you may see me pop up in your YouTube channel and write something. Anytime I write something, I'm challenging you. That's it. Other than that, you won't ever see me again. I popped in these channel. I got a couple of questions. And I've been back to the sense. I'm done. I've had answer a question. He didn't answer it, so I move on. And you guys will be in my accounts every single day crying. And we sit back and print this up and laugh at it. It's just hilarious. And the one guy was calling me every day. I bet you're having a bit of what you call anxiety separation disorder. That's what you're going through right now. I wouldn't be surprised if you had like a 3-foot Barbie doll in your kitchen that you talk to that you call Ken. Yeah, funny. Let's move on. Feeling. Whoa, feelings. Told you. Crying. I told you, crying in my account. When you're joking, you I told you. Always crying in my account. All the time. Always. Cry, baby. I told you, but I'm joking. I told you that all they do is cry in my account. So I came on here, updated my website, put in this new Match Your Better into the site, launched multiple videos today, and here working on my PC case. Got to work on another case. Get the screen radio over there for the new HUDO system. Ordered a new projector today, and what did they do today on a Saturday? Cry in my accounts. I told you. That's all they do is cry. They cry in my accounts. Yeah. And we just post it and laugh at it. I told you. Was I lying to you? No. They cry in my account. And you're probably in the room right now, aren't you? Probably got his little bottom lip stuck out, all angry and frustrated. He's frustrated today. He's very frustrated. Yeah. It's funny. It's funny to me. You didn't do anything. What did you do all day? From the time I've been up, it's already 1:20. How much work did you get done today? This is why you don't have any videos on your account. You know who we're talking to, right? Yeah. That's why you don't have any videos on your account. You don't have anything. That's why you can't make money. Because you can't back up your stuff. And at the end of the day, you spend more time crying. I'm going to help you out with this. They're crying right now. Hold on. We got to help them. They're crying. I got you. Hold on. There you go. Yeah. I know. The big bad Kenny made you cry on camera, right? There. You want to blow your nose? There you go. You feel better? Not to you guys. You guys are cool. To the haters, that's for you. That's just for you haters. That's just for you. That's all for you. Trying. Talking about rambling on. Rambling on. If I was rambling on, I wouldn't back up anything I could say, and I wouldn't get anything done. Yeah. There we go. Now, I got a bunch of challenges on my site, which I'm about to load some more up. And Monday, we're going to load another 6 more challenges for them. See if they can get it done. Feelings. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Feelings. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Do, 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 do. Yeah, you'll be sitting there still. Well, you won't be there. You'll be someplace else. But anyway, as you can see, what did you do today? Nothing, but just call me. So you wasted your time calling me, crying to me, when I just go in and just delete your stuff. That's basically about it. And bum bum, more crying. Bum bum bum. Nobody reads your stuff, you know that, right? It's not worth reading your stuff. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, there, all your messages are gone. Just like that. I didn't read any of them that quick. They're gone. So you wasted your time to get up in the morning, express your feelings to me. We just sat there and laughed about them and showed everybody on YouTube Live how you cried to me, and then went and deleted them. Just like that. Right? And moving on. But I know he's in the room right now. He's in the room with us right now, crying. Tomorrow, I'll write something, and he's going to listen to me. No, not really. I'm just going to sit there and just block it, or they're going to screen it and just get rid of it. That's pretty much what's going to happen. That's all. And if I was rambling, I wouldn't get anything done, right? How would I get anything done if I just rambled on in videos all day long? How? You see my YouTube account? You see that I can go into my 427 products design and test it. I can go do that. Yeah, but I must be doing something, right? How would I get all that? How do I process orders? How do I get customers taken care of? How do I get company contracts? How would I do all that? No, I'm just wondering. I'll just be on here just wasting my time, right? What are you doing with your time? See, built whole new PCs, and then we're building another one. We got a new technology over there. Got a new one coming over here pretty soon. About to hit the floor. Just ordered another projector. What are you doing with your time? Nothing. Okay then. I just must be rambling on and wasting time, right? Okay. And I'm maintaining 2 websites with my third one I'm about to do. I have an 800 number. I got business cards. I have an office. I have a company. I got legit LLCs, business licenses, DBA, EIN number. I got all that good stuff. What do you have? Nothing. Because you spent more of your time trying to be me, which you couldn't do, and you spent more of your time trying to copy me, which, again, you see you in there copying my labels and my specification sheets. Everybody saw it. So nothing to show for it. So what can you do next? Pack it up and go. What I say at the end of the day, either you back it up or you pack it up. And again, I've seen companies with screen paints come and go, and they all do that same excuse. Well, I'm going to do better things. I've heard it too many times to say it too many times. It's the same thing. Now, if you were leaving out on a good note, and you were doing good, and you were doing the same thing we were doing, and you're saying you're leaving for better things, then we can believe you. And not when you got criminal charges pressing down your back and the troubles that you have right now with your LLC and everything else coming at you. You know, that's not moving on to better things. That's more like, let me get out of Dodge as fast as I possibly can before they come and get me. That's what that comes down to. You're running. I like this kind of blend of this blue and this black combined. It's kind of weird. It's got a weird kind of color to it. I don't know what it is. It's got kind of a kick to it. It does. All right. This one I'll let dry. I did get the other part of this thing pretty good, so that's all insulated quite nicely. Let's see if I got underneath this a little bit more. And I still got to go in and I got to attach that wave, but that's got to be glued on. Where's the glue gun at? Okay, cool. I don't want that moving anywhere. I really got paint all over my hands just now, but whatever. I'm used to it. I'll do it all day anyway. Now, let's get back to talking about things that are more important than somebody who claimed to be leaving for better things, but yet they're on YouTube with a fake account. I'm leaving for bigger and better things. How are we to believe that? Weren't you the same person who came in and claimed that you claimed to everybody you moved and didn't go anywhere? Nah, you're still here. That's you ranting on my account right there. We know your signature. You all got little signatures, poker faces. This thing's a little sick. We got the high rise right here, but I may turn this into ultra white to get that reflection to push off much higher. I might do all this in ultra white to get that reflection to push off. And we got our own little portable little vents we put in here too. Put our own vent system in there. We need something for the liquid cooling system. It's going to push air through here. It's going to suck air through here and bring it out here through the radiator system. That's what we're doing. We're building our own backdraft system, which I'll show you how to do. Cardboard. You can actually redirect your fans anywhere you need to go to push air where it needs to go. That's up there. That's not going anywhere. Let's see. Okay. Now, let's go out of the computer to make sure everything's good with it. It is good. All right, I think we did this 20 times. This is nice. The top is hard on this one. So we're good on that. We should go to corners and stuff. We're going to be doing this all in a brown, kind of a brown mixture. I like how that guy did his PC, had the whole motherboard in brown. That was beautiful, how he set that up. So I do want to do a motherboard cover, but try to figure out how to do it where we're not basically overheating parts. Because I like to put a different design on my motherboard for the front. So that's where we got that dummy board over there. How to figure that out. How to do that. So I'm going to take all this, put this here. So this is a nice little case for a micro ITX board, equipped with the power supply on port for cables and wires, liquid cooling system, and it'll run a micro ITX board with no problem. I already got the screws already installed in. So let's let this dry up over here, and then come over here. Oh man. I'm telling you, people. What you do for love? Like walking and waiting in the snow. I should get some of these drops from this paint up nice and smoothly. And we have to do a corrosion job, a corrosion buildup. Those wires we have, those wires got to be skimmed back. We're going to skim back those wires, and we're going to give a light green, foam green kind of corrosion, little copper look to it. Maybe like the wires were exposed to the elements, and they kind of basically change colors. So we're doing a lot of that. I don't know, some of the piping we'll have on the side of it will have some kind of corrosion damage to it. So it should be pretty cool. I'm going to hook this thing up. You know, I said a couple times in the video that we should have an open mic for this guy, but what's the point? You got to think about it. I know I say it, but honestly, when you think about it, what's the point? It's a waste of time. You can't explain it, so, you know, it's no point. And that just, it's a waste of time for me, and they don't care about wasting their time anyway, so, you know, We, on the other hand, we got things to do. There we go. I'm going to make sure that was up nicely there. No vent system. We had to put in with cardboard. There. But you got something to do on a Saturday morning? Like chores or cutting the grass or doing something today? Basically, crying to me? I'll be doing something with your life. Jeez. I'm already back. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about the PC behind me right now that whatchamacallit, I got to put the billboard in on that too. Let me heat this door. I got to get that done. So I'll get this one to dry. And we'll start working on the arcade setup. Which I got to build 3 more of those right now. As long as we get that done, we got to build 3 more of them. We got the parts, the kits in here to build them right here. The cases. So on top of that, I do got to raise the floor up a little bit to the pedestal to put the arcade machines on. Oh yeah, I gotta get that done. Now, I don't mind if your haters want to come in and watch. I don't mind at all whatsoever. We don't mind. You know, come in and learn something new. No problem about it. And I understand that you have an illness and you have a need to go on my channel and cry. We're doing it. Okay, you know. Whatever you got to do to get through your pain, I don't have a problem with that. You just go in there and you call and you cry about it. As long as you don't leave no threats and I'm behind, we can get yourself in some trouble. If you need to cry, you go in and cry, okay? Just for you. You can go in there and you can cry. Pat you up real good right here. There you go. That one eye right there is still got some tears right here. Let me get them for you. Let me get some tears for you. There you go. Nicely, just brush away them tears. Shh, it's okay. Shh. It's okay. There you go. Feel better? All right. I know. I can't understand with you because I don't know what it's like to fail like you, but still, I know. I'm sorry. That was a little bit, wasn't it? I apologize. Now, see, Dad, God, mess up again. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Here, let me wipe them tears away. There you go. Now, people, if you're on here, this is not for you. This is just addressing the haters in the room. There we go. You okay? All right. Let me get your other eye. Let me get your other eye. Shh, shh, shh. There you go. Hold on. There you are. See? Wipe away those tears. You need to blow your nose? Do you need to blow your nose? You know, okay. All right, just want to check with you, okay. All right. Okay. If you're good, right, if you're good, just to the haters, sorry. If you're good, I'll give you some candy, okay? All right, like these? These are pretty great. These are the shot right back in the day. Like the bonbons, cherry bonbons, these are the bombs. Yeah, these are the bombs. There you go. Get your pieces for you, okay? Nobody hates you at the end of the day. Too much energy goes into hating. You know, that's just too much energy. When I come out here, it's just a razzle-dazzle. That's basically about it. But you get so offended so quick. You get angry, you get frustrated like that. You waste time on yourself. Life is short. You gotta learn to take every time. The time you took to do that, you could have learned something new on the internet. Like I found out that basically that these bags that you have over here use nitrogen gas to actually fresh to keep the chips fresh. These oxygen gets in there and they become stale. But still, I'm kind of baffled about that because you don't have gas nitrogen when you put them inside of a zip bag at all, period. The zip bags are pretty much designed to block out any air to keep your food fresh. So why would you have to have liquid nitrogen, or actually not liquid nitrogen, gas nitrogen, to keep chips fresh? Because if that's the case, when they go stale, if you put them in a zip bag, I think I blew your mind, right? You're thinking about it now, somebody's gonna run and get a zip bag, and like, wait a minute, hold on for a minute. Yeah, look it up. Look at why there's so much air inside your bag of chips. It's nitrogen. You can't die from it. I looked it up. Can't die from it, whatsoever. Can't, no toxin kill you. It's odorless, flame, won't blow up in your face and all that stuff. But yeah, they said they put it in there basically to keep the chips from getting damaged if something sits on top of it because the bags are full of air. Quite frankly, I think it's a lie. I think it's poppycrop. But anyway, and if you open the bag, it keeps the chips fresh. But if it's a gas, that means it's going to leak out, right? So when you open it, that means all the gas leaves. And some people take chips and they roll the bag down and put a clip on top of them, and the bag chips are so fresh And some people put them in a Glad bag, which has no nitrogen in it, and zip it up and they're still fresh. So why can't I just use air? Maybe it's just some kind of excuse that they put down and they write because they're giving you less chips and more air in the bag, more gas in the bag. You know, make you pay for more and you get less. Which is funny because when I was a kid, bags had more chips in them. Anybody remember the era back in the day when you literally got more chips in your bag and less air? So, yeah. That's just because we'll make the bag really big. The next stage is to make the bag gigantic, like the size of a trash bag, and put one chip in there. But it seals in the flavor. Well, you know, we're talking about duplicating food now, you know. 3D printing food. That's disgusting. I'd rather have the replicator instead. So they're using chemicals. Look it up. 3D printing food. Look it up. You'd be shocked. You're like, oh my goodness, what the frig? You'd be in the supermarket with a magnifying glass checking all the food to make sure it doesn't say 3D printed. Watch, here. Watch. Go look it up. See if I'm joking. They literally have a 3D printed steak. Now, you would probably think, is the 3D printer containing meat? Well, what would be the point of that? If it's meat containing meat, why don't they just use the meat that's in the printer? You still would have meat. No, it's a chemical. It's a chemical somehow forms into a meat. So let me figure it out. Unlike plant-based foods, oh yeah, wait a minute, hold on for a minute. I think I just broke my own brain. Now I gotta look that up now. I gotta look up how the word plant-based foods are made, because that got me thinking about the other day. I can't all be from a plant. Something else has to be in there besides that. How would that even be possible? I mean, I'm really, really intrigued because when I had the lung disease, I couldn't have anything with dairy in it because it would cause huge amounts of mucus. You ever have a huge, heavy mucus build up in your chest? It literally feels like there's an elephant sitting on top of it, and you literally can't breathe correctly, and you get all kinds of headaches and all kinds of stuff triggered, and it throws your balance off. So I had mucus build up in my chest really bad from eating dairy products. So I had to switch over for 1 year to non-dairy products, which I was quite shocked. And I'll tell you why. Because you really can't tell the difference. The cheese melts just like the cheese. You can't tell the difference. I've had eggs, I've had cheese, I've had creamer. Matter of fact, I still buy creamer to this day that's non-dairy because I like it tastes better. But yeah, right here. It's my office. I always carry because I like it tea. See, non-dairy. Now, for you naysayers, before you all get all riled, like, oh my goodness, he just showed a container of coffee creamer. That means he must be living there because he showed coffee creamer. You're stupid. You know why you're stupid? I'm calling you naysayer very stupid because majority of the offices in here do have coffee makers in here. They have coffee makers in here. There's a coffee maker down the hallway. There's little kitchens in this place at the end of the day. There's refrigerators, all that stuff in there. I don't use refrigerators because I don't bother with them. And can't tell you that. But anyway, my the coffee creamer, I carry my own because I don't like the one they use in the day. I still like the non-dairy, and they don't have non-dairy here, and this is what I like. But anyway, most of the buildings in here, they have coffee makers in here. I'm the only one that doesn't have a coffee maker in my unit, which I've been advised to get one if I wanted to get one, but not really. I mean, I used the one down the hallway. It's right there. Just go get it from there, some hot water, put this in, I'm good. So, for the naysayer, you get so excited. Oh my goodness, I finally got him. I finally got him. He showed creamer. I'm gonna call license inspection, and I'm gonna have him removed because he showed creamer. That's how dumb they be acting. Then they really act that stupid. Really. Everybody's got coffee makers in this unit. I smell coffee when I walk in here. I don't drink coffee, but I smell coffee when I come in here. And one downstairs, one of these guys got an espresso maker in here. I mean, a full-size espresso maker in here, and everybody says espresso. So everybody drinks what they like in here. You know? I'm a tea guy at the end of the day. I do like creamer because I like English coffee. Sorry, English tea with cream on it. That's what I like. A little Earl Grey, some creamer in it. Ooh la la. Absolutely whimsical. Speaking of whimsical, show me the Dunkin' Donuts. I got some donuts. Oh crap! Definitely show me the Dunkin' Donuts. They had that whole what you call that white chocolate's out right now. It's seasonal. I gotta get in the bar early because it stops after a while. I don't bring it out anymore. We're waiting for this to dry. That's what we're doing right now, where we're having this interesting conversation. Now we do the PC stuff. We have a little fun. It's gaming. We have a little fun. But you know, it's nice to have haters in the room. That little razzle dazzle. You know, get a little upset. The feathers get a little ruffled. You do a little shit. Anyway, and I know I would love to know what's going on in your head right now. Like I know right now you're watching me. You're probably getting angry over every single word that I say. Every word that I say. Every word that I say. Every word that I say. Yeah, I'm gonna calm down and relax. One of these days you're gonna be watching my channel and can't breathe, and next thing you're gonna mess around and have yourself a heart attack. You gotta learn to relax. My goodness. He must have sent me 4 messages back to back to back. That's weird. Very weird. 4 messages. You send him the receipts. He was asking me to call him. Literally says on the receipts, call me. Call me. No, I'm not calling you. What the frick would I be calling you for, weirdo? First things first. You said buy whatever you want. I bought whatever I want. I don't have to call you for telling me. Give me a link, right? Send me a link. Why am I calling someone? Just send me a link to buy whatever I want. Weirdo. Looks like the same color Adidas. I had black and blue Adidas. I bought them because I like them. But you ever buy something and you think you like them and you put them on, you go, you'll never wear them ever. And they're brand new, but they're in the box. That's what happened when I did those. I never wore them. My brothers didn't like them either. They didn't want them. This would look good when you saw them in the store. All right, let's get up to Hater for a little bit because I know he's probably on here watching, and well, you are on here watching. He just left again. He literally just left again. He was in here, but he just left. I say certain keywords and they leave. He was one of the haters was just in here. Extra bitter. It's extra bitter. Yeah, I hate to say it, but you know the episode on Seinfeld, it's Seinfeld, where he's dating that girl who cries about every little thing. It kind of reminded me of that. And also too, the one of Bedazzle, the guy cried when he saw this when he saw the sunset. Yeah. Come on, man. Gotta chill. Stop getting so mad on time. Gotta chill. Life is too short. We got a nice harden on this. Really hardened on this. Really nice. I like that. I like that real nice. So I'm happy with it. So this is already pretty much done right here. I'm gonna go work on my gaming system. A gaming console, whatever it's gonna be. Yeah, a console. It's like a PC arcade unit. All right. Let's get off the haters for a little bit. Let's get back to business. All right. Sorry, haters. We gotta go. We gotta get back to what we're doing here. I had fun. Pretty sure you'll send me some more messages crying, but I look forward to them. I got this arcade to build. Let's go take this and put this over here. All right. Let that dry out, and let's grab this one over here. This is actually going to be one of my all-time favorites because this is actually a very interesting build. This is actually a PC case. It's a PC case that's going to look like an arcade that's going to allow me to play arcade games. So how crazy is that? So yep. So we just spent the time blacking it out, getting it ready. It's really dark in there, isn't it? Do we have that? We have our overheads on, do we? Nope. Alright, there we go. Boom. Overheads on. Now I can see a little better. There you go. So this one right here is going to come out looking really, really nice. Can't wait. We need the glue gun for this. And we got this blacked out quite nicely. We got our billboard right here. The billboard. So what we're going to do with this is going to have a peekaboo window here on the side. Of course, screen right here in the front. Over here, we're going to put a projector system up to a RetroPie. RetroPie is going to be running through a system where it's going to be a HDMI splitter with a remote control, so I can switch back from the RetroPie back over to the PC. Let's see what we got. And yes, we're going to have full arcade machines here and here. We're going to have lights the whole 9 yards. Make this like a mini arcade with a projector that can gain from here. Now the projector is also going to be connected to a drain pipe up here to hide that behind here. And that's going to run up to the top with our motherboard system right here. You see the motherboard screws we have here. And up here, we're going to be able to run our video graphic card. So video graphic cards here. It's going to allow us to plug the HDMI, hide it behind a piping system, like a back-of drainage system on the side of the building, which is going to connect down here, connect to a projector. And the projector is going to sit low, but it's going to be dressed up like a pool table or something cool we can camouflage to make it look like. So it's a RetroPie going to sit over here, and we can turn the RetroPie into a jukebox. Pretty cool, huh? So we have micro ITX board here. We have liquid cooling here, which is going to be a single 120 millimeter setup here. And over here, we're going to be running power supply. So how we're going to do it, we're going to camouflage the parts on top of the roof to look like, I think it's an HVAC system. The whole duct system and all that stuff, and camouflage it quite nicely so it all blends in real nicely. Up here, we got our front sign right here, which we're going to name this, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'm getting there. It has something to do with my cat. I'm going to name it after my cat. I know that. Got a nice little awning. We'll put some Pac-Man. I'm going to design our own customized stickers. Show you how to make your own stickers. We did it before. Here we got the rooftop. This is the reason why I put the white paper across it. Why I put the white stickers. Because it gives it that kind of patch job on top of the roof. And then we got the ends up just a little bit. Make it look a little vintage right there. Right there, we're going to put a billboard right here. And maybe a bus sign right here. Now, in the back of this, we're going to build a area that we can open up, and that's going to be the back area with trash can, dumpster, maybe a cat in the back chilling on a trash can, something like that, really cool looking. And on top of that, inside, we're going to put one of those old-fashioned retro rugs from the 80s inside. So look really realistic. So it's going to be really sick when we get done with it. An arcade gaming system that is made, a PC gaming system and RetroPie that's made out of a gaming store. Isn't that crazy? It's kind of mind-blowing, isn't it? It just blows your mind. I know. There's got to be sitting there going, oh my goodness, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I know. I know. I know. I understand. I'm happy to feel my happiness. I'm happy to feel my happiness. There we go. But to remember, you must become the artwork. Be the artwork. Feel the artwork. That's what you must do. Become one with the artwork. And then, and only then, once you become one with the artwork, will you know the artwork. I literally had some people so confused in my class at the end of the day. Like, what the fuck? I was seriously confused. Like, you don't understand the artwork. That overhead light is super bright. It's blinding the crap out of me right now. Let me get this glue up here first. I'm gonna change the overhead light. I'm gonna put a winding kind of design into this. I'm gonna put lights around it too, so lights kind of shoot down. Let that dry over. Lights blinding the crap out of me. Catch me falling. Yeah, that overhead light is blinding. This one, daylight setting. Yeah, it's better. Much better. Because, yeah, that overhead light is just blinding the daylight out of me. From now on, when I come in the channels, I will address the naysayers as, hello, how are you doing today? All is well with you. I think teasing you and ruffling your feathers is not good. It's stressful. I don't want to be responsible for you having any stress. Even though the things that I do stress you out from doing just normal things, you know, doing videos and making good products, I understand that stress. But I'm just going to try to treat you a little kinder. So maybe, hopefully, you know, maybe you learn to treat somebody else a little kinder. So we must help the naysayer at the end of the day. He needs help. I'm not joking, he really needs help. Because, you know, so angry all the time. Too short. Life is too short to be angry all the time. Too short for it, you know? You know where it says life is too tall to be angry all the time. It's just too tall. It's just too tall to be angry all the time. And naysayer, I'll tell you, no one hates you. I don't hate you. No one hates you. When you send me messages like that, I don't hate you. Nope. I don't give the devil the opportunity. The devil may tell you that's going to make me angry, but I'm here to tell you, nope, not at all. People that mess up their lives, just destroy their lives, doing some of the dumbest things you could possibly think of. I'll tell you who. So, no, not them. They already messed up their lives. So, these kids, freaking 13, the youngest one was 13 years old. And then, yeah, I think they should. I think if the parents are responsible in some way, I think the parents should be charged. I do. I believe it. I mean, I know you don't have control of your kids, but for the kids who are out that late at night and getting caught up in that kind of mischief, where were the parents at? So you should go to jail. And you spend some time in that place, and then maybe get your kids together and get them right. But anyway, this old man decides that he's going to take a walk. He has that right to take that walk. And these young girls decided that it would be entertaining for them to beat this man to death. He beat the old man to death. So, kind of explain to you, young people, at the end of the day, that if you think you go to prison, or if they certify, you go to juvie. You can juvie have people big as adults in there. There are adults in juvie. There are kids in juvie that look just like grown adults. Same conflict that happens in prison happens in there too. Oh yeah, it does. So the women's prison are the worst. They're the ones that are the most vicious. But anyway, people do not like it when you attack children, animals, and old people. You are guaranteed 100% going to get the crap kicked out of you. They don't care if you are 13. It won't make a difference. They're going to kick the crap out of you. And they're going to do it every single day. You're going to be fighting somebody. Because somebody's going to be sitting there and like, they did what? Yeah, your books are going to get around. Everybody's going to know what you did. It always gets around. You're sitting there thinking about, they got an old parent, a grandparent, somebody got somebody they love at the end of the day. And thinking that somebody lost someone because you were so selfish, because you felt that it was great to go beat an old man to death. Poor old man. They're going to get their behind kicked. They don't ever think at the end of the day, because they go to jail or juvie or whatever, that they living in there and nobody's touching them. Yeah, they getting it. They getting it. Trust me. I've seen it firsthand. Don't make no difference. I told you about that guy who basically went in there and called himself robbing this person's house and decided to set the house on fire. He killed a newborn. They couldn't even bring him in. The officers were at threat because they were attacking the office just to get to him. And then he's not even family. No one knows him. They just know him by his report. That's all they know. But they don't know him like, that's a family member. No, they're coming after for the fact of what he did. There's a certain type of justice they play in there. They don't play around. So yeah, they were fighting to get those officers just to get to him. And the officers are trying to protect him, and they're trying to kill him. So they couldn't bring him in. They had transferred him someplace else, and that's what he did. Later on that night, when we were playing, one of the NTAs came and said, "Yo, the guy came in." I said, "Yeah." He said, "He's dead." That's all I got to him. Because when you do a heinous crime like that, something that bad like that, heinous crime, beat some old guy to death, like that, they would deliberately leave the door open so other people can get to you. It happens all the time. I don't care. Even if you high profile, your door just opens up automatically and nobody's just there. It happens all the time. It's all justice. Just certain type, and they look past it all the time. They go, well, hey, it happened. They're not going to investigate it. None. It happened. That's all. None of the officers that get fired just happen. Things happen. That's it. It's a form of justice. Sometimes the reason why somebody thinks they got away with something and they put you in that situation because you think you're getting away with it. No, it's a way to deal with you. Get rid of you. Yep. Transferred to another facility. He came there that day, couldn't get in because they wouldn't let him in. Transferred somebody else. Before nightfall, yeah, somebody cut his throat in the shower. You don't get away with that kind of stuff. So, you beat an old man to death, and then they got it all on recorded. They recorded themselves doing it. Yeah, they done. They done. They done. I'll tell you one thing, the parents come to go see them, they're not going to recognize them too well. They're not. But that's how it works. So you don't get away with nothing. You got to pay for it. Anywhere in life, you got to pay for it. But I felt so bad about that. I mean, a guy couldn't even go to, so he lost his life walking to the store because some young kids at the end of the day felt that they had nothing better to do. See? And that's why I carry non-lethals. And them suckers hurt like a mother jumper. And depending on what I'm carrying that day. If I'm carrying pepper rounds, I'm definitely going to be in a lot of pain. If I'm carrying around solid rubber bullets, I'm definitely going to be in a lot. Either way, but if you hit me, I'm going to be in pain. Because I don't play that nonsense. I mean, look, I tell parents, look, you got to learn to control your kids. If you don't teach your kids, the world will teach them. And the world's not the kind of place you want to have a kid taught at. You got to get your kids under control because the world will teach them. There's plenty of wrong ones out there running around that they will bump into. They'll meet that person. Trust me. That's why I said you got to get your kids under control. Poor guy, then that's a shame. So I saw that on the news. I was following that story for quite some time. And they said the reason why they did it because they were bored. Well, guess what now? You gotta worry about it. Now you can worry about getting your behind kicked every day. Every single day someone's gonna want to fight you. And now see how life plays out. That man loses his life. He went through his pain, he went through his life, and now they got to go through pain for the rest of their lives until somebody decides to take them out. But until then, they're going to get the beat down every day. And people do dirty stuff, man. I hate to say it, but it's true that they'll urinate and splash it right in their face. Yep. So they're after going to witness protection, but they didn't take witness protection. They go into, I forgot the name it's called. They put them in, basically. But they get in there, too. They got to worry about them in there, too. They will get you in there, too. Your crime is that bad, especially if it's been televised. Not protective custody. It's protective custody. I think it's protective custody for children. But anyway, you get in there, you got people over there that don't like it. They'll definitely attack you. Anybody would. If I wasn't saved and I was in a situation, you was in there, you did something like that, yeah, I'm gonna attack you. I'm definitely gonna attack you. I don't get some time for it. So who cares? I'm definitely gonna attack you. That's uncalled for. I don't do something like that. Stomp an old man out to death. I'm definitely, I don't care about getting time to death. If I'm in there already, I know I got a little bit of time on my hands. I'm definitely going to get to you. Ain't nobody got payment, nobody got tell me to do it. I'm going to get to you. You deserve it. But, saved man at the end of the day, I can't do that. But if I wasn't saved, yeah, I'll get you. Any way I can get you. Shank, whatever I got to do. Weights, whatever. I'll get to you. And nobody's going to protect you. In that place, nobody will protect you because they know what you are. So they're not going to protect you. That's dirty. You don't do that. It's an old man in the day. So that's why you have to understand when people think that, oh, well, she's 16. No, she's 13. She's 13. She won't get out till she's 21. That's when she gets out 21. And be like, oh, they didn't get enough time. Look, let me tell you something. If a person gets a year, the fact that they're in that area don't mean they're going to be there for a year. Don't mean they're going to get out. Don't mean they ain't going to make it home. It takes about a minute for someone to figure out exactly what you're in there for and come for it. That's it. Take it off. Your charts go up quick. I told you when I was in there, they called me and 3 other people, security, called us in there and sat us down and said, hey, look, you can get a little extra on whatever you want, but you're going to need to take care of this. Because they didn't want him in there. They wanted to get him hurt because they didn't like what he did. And sure enough, they gave us a chart. We read through the charts. We had to read through his charts what he was in there for. Yep. Now, I didn't act on it because, again, I'm not trying to go down that road. But the other 2, yeah, they're going to act on it. Your charts will go right over there. And I know exactly what you was in there for and what you did. That's why I said, man, don't do dumb stuff. Those girls could have been going to college, and starting their lives, raising a family, having kids. They're not going to, they're not going to get any of that. And it depends on if they get out in one piece because of the crime they went in with. It's bad enough you go in with a low-profile crime, you still can end up getting killed. So it depends. That's what it comes down to. I've seen some, like I said, I've seen some real jacked up stuff. I'll never forget, I can't mention the family's last name, but there was a family, it was 7 of them. There's 6 boys and 1 girl. They had these really pretty eyes. They were light skinned. All of them were light skinned. Even the girls were real light skinned. You know, back then about women being real light skinned back in the 80s, back then it was a big thing. But anyway, they had these really, really crazy gray eyes. And the other one, the rest of them were a little bit heavier, but she was a little thinner. She was boutique built, and a couple of people, guys in the neighborhood liked her and all that stuff like that. Anyway, they were involved in some non-pharmaceutical activities, and their brothers have been in and out of the system, but she has never been. So long story short, they got caught with some serious packages on the vehicle, and they thought it'd be better if she took majority of the blame for it because she wouldn't really get that much time. And that didn't happen that way. They all got the time. So remember how it works in the vehicle. If they find something in your vehicle, all y'all won't get it. And that's what happened. And she ended up going up to getting certified as an adult and sent her over to a women's prison. Now, this girl is very, very pretty. Very petite. Can't fight. And got the body for it to fight all. She's not. And big girls are going to take advantage of her. And that's what happened when she got up there. When she came back out, when she finally got out, she did 9 years. When she finally got out there, she didn't look the same. She was butched, lift weights, just like a guy. Just like a guy. Yep. So, yeah. Life experience. And hanging around her brothers put her in that situation. But she wanted to be around about that life. She wanted to hang around with them. She wanted to enjoy the money and all that stuff. Yeah, it come with a price. Anyway, I don't think about anything sad. I'm enjoying this. This is just stuff that I've gone through in my life and I've seen down in time. I've seen some pretty crazy stuff. That's why I can understand people doing dumb stuff because life is so short. I watched so many people, been to so many funerals, you know what I mean? People that never got a chance to get out of the neighborhood and do what I'm doing right now. Get it, make it. And we get people who had that opportunity to be out of those situations and they do dumb stuff. All right, we got a crazy billboard put in. And actually, man, I told you, I freaking love this glue, man. It's bam, one time. You gotta keep mine at it. Cheap glue and cheap system one time, and it didn't stick for jack. Alright, so I'm liking it. We got our billboard up there now. We got to build. I was kind of not looking forward to this because it is a big job. The arcade. We have to build multiple versions of these arcade machines. So, at least we can get them done. And that's the base. Let me see. That's the base. I wrote everything down, so that's the base. Base. The floor. That's 1. That's 8. So make sure we get the size of this right. So this is the top. Did I write these down? I wrote it down on this one. Okay, hold on. This one's written down. This one's written down, so I can see what's going on. And this one I'll make the copies out of this one. And this one I'll write it down for everything I need. So, okay. That right there is the top. So that's 8. This is top, what? Top 2. So top 2 is where? Top 2 is the screen. Alright, that's top 2 is the screen. And then we got top 6. Top 6 is here. Alright. And then we have top 4. Bingo! Top 4 is there at the bottom. Made our own model. And top 2. Where is top 2 at? I wonder. That's top 2. That can't be top 2. Where is top 2? I see top 2 here. That's top 2 here. Oh, side base. This is the side base. That's top 2 side base. This is one base. This is the base where it sits on. Okay, I was wondering. I was like, where's that going at? Top 8. Top 8 is the top. So that don't fall over. Top 8 is going to be the top right there. All right. Top 5. Top 5 is this part right there. Put an arrow there just in case I would mess up. Top 1. Top 1 is the top right there. And top 3. Top 3 is the base right there for the front of the machine where you put the coin at. And we have, this is the base for this one. And that's here. And this was the last. Oh, we got a couple of 2 pieces. We have top 2. Where is top 2 at? That's 1. Oh, top 2 side base. That's the front, the base. All right, and then we have top 7. Top 7 is when it goes here. Bam! There we go. So we already have an arcade machine right there. Now all we gotta do is just take and recopy those over and over and over and over and over again. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Now we take this, we draw our pieces on. All right, need a pen. Begin the process. I'll leave one of them, just in case if I decide I want to build me a little arcade machine for something else. I don't know. Who even knows? At least we got a template for it, right? Right. Alright. So that's the first one. Bam. That's where we work from there, people. That's where we work from there. Feline. I thought you were supposed to rhyme. Let me see. Feline. Turpentine. No, not good with the rhyme. You ever watch Cat in the Hat? I'm sure you did. Pretty sure you have. Alright, so that's the part right there for the arcade machine. We need another one of those. I gotta finish that Days Gone. Days Gone, I gotta finish it. Another zombie game I gotta get through. Okay. You gotta do something positive for your time. It's your time. Yeah, man, you gotta do something positive with your time. Learn to do something positive with your time. Time that you could be doing something negative is the time you could be doing something positive with your time. And the girls, 5 of them, are life is over. Well, getting out when you're 21 and having a record like that on you, yeah, you're not going to be able to do much, to tell you the truth. But anyway, yeah, it's stupid. It's doing dumb stuff, you know. Late at night, doing dumb stuff. Could have been inside watching some Netflix, you know what I mean? Talking to your friends on the phone, stuff like that, you know. I told you about the devil at the end of the day. Sits there and watches and waits for opportunity. Now, that poor man lost his life. If he's a Christian man, he goes to heaven. Those kids at the end of the day, they got a bigger problem. Because the devil got them where he wants them. I told you, the devil is not in the business of keeping you alive. He's in the business of trying to figure out ways to get rid of you. And because of their crimes, their lives are in danger. They are definitely in danger. So, they could have been doing something else. That's why you gotta have youth camps for kids to go to church and they can learn about the Lord and all that stuff. And I think all that stuff is very important. Very important you get to go to activities and programs that you can be a part of. And that makes kids less likely to do dumb stuff, you know? As I said before, if you don't teach them, the world will. They will bump into the wrong person. Gotta be careful about that, you know? I said that old man was carrying on him. So he was carrying a firearm. Or maybe somebody in the neighborhood knew him and they saw that happen and they came back. Yeah. Hanging around people gotta cut that stuff out. But how heinous you gotta be at the end of the day? It's heinous. Unbelievable. Well, same disgust that the courtroom got is the same disgust those inmates are going to have when you transfer through there. And I guarantee you, as hostile and as violent that area can be, you don't want to put blood in your can spend the holidays in that place. And if you plead insanity, you don't want to go there, because that's even worse than prison. It's mind you, they'll have you on all kinds of test medications. You think Biops is bad? That's up to me. Biops are like freaking Tic Tacs. Stuff they can put you on in that place? Horrible. I had a friend of mine who went to a place like that. Maximum security to be a charge. So you'd rather just at the time. They can keep you in there for a long, long time. Who cares if they said you get out at 21? A psychiatrist has more power than a DA. You can literally go into a judge and say, look, we feel that they need a little bit more time for rehabilitation, and you're going to get that. They'll sign up on that in a hot second. You can stay there. You might not get out of there until you're maybe 30 or 40 years old. Depends on what the psychiatrist is, how he feels that you should go or not. So you've been there for a long time. And while you're in there, they're going to have you on all these jacked up medications that are really going to mess your head up. So no. Never get out of there, ever. Doctor keep coming back and saying, hey look, she's having problems, don't seem to be making a good progress. I think we need to keep for just a little bit longer. For how long? Maybe about a couple months to a year. Yep, we'll be in there forever. Stick you on Haldol, stick you on Thorazine. And this stuff have jacked up. You read the stuff, the side effects that Haldol and Thorazine has, it's really bad. Muscle spasms. It's like your head's trying to turn all the way around by itself. You have no control of your muscles. Tongue swells up. People have choked to death on their tongues. All kinds of stuff. Weird, crazy stuff will pop up. I looked at the reports and stuff like that. They show patients and go through, oh man, it's messed up. So yeah, they put some really jacked up stuff. Alright. Better than that, than basically being in the mental institutions back in the old days, because they were pretty jacked up back then. They were brutal back then. And at one point, and lie you not, they would drill holes in your head to let out the demons. So they figured that you were demon possessed because, you know, if you had basically had some kind of basic mental illness, which some people have today, which is something that can be cured with some basic medications and stuff like that, and therapy and whatever. But, you know, back then they thought the person maybe was demon possessed, so they basically would drill holes in their head to let out the demons. You imagine that jacked up mess. I actually read through all that. I'm talking about history junkie. So I look up on everything. I look up everything on basically psychiatric centers back then, how were jails back then compared to jails today. What was restaurants like back in more like how they kept food fresh and How many people really died from salmonella and E. coli poisoning back then compared to what people died to today? So that stuff kind of interests me. You know, inventors who died in their inventions. That was actually a pretty interesting one too. I think the guy in the submarine died in the submarine. Pretty sure something like that happened. Died in the submarine. People were killed by their own inventions. How did people keep warm in the 14th century? That's a pretty interesting one too. So stuff like that, you know what I mean? Refrigeration units, how did people get food fresh? I'm wondering, like maybe in 13th or 14th century, some of that era, how did they keep food fresh? Buried it in the ground. That's what they did. Because cool things kept cool in the earth. So that's where they put it at. The evolution of the toilets. That's a good one. Nasty, but it's a good one. Have you ever read the evolution of the toilet, especially in the Greek Empire era? Yeah, you would definitely go in the kitchen, go in the bathroom right now and kiss your toilet. You would kiss it. If you know exactly what went on in that era. Your bathtub too, might as well as that. You look at how bathing was back then. They had public bathing. Everybody bathed together in the same pond, or whatever, kind of a pool-like area. Ugh. Imagine if it gets in your mouth. Gosh. And people cooked food back then. Now in the era they cooked food by charcoal, fossil fuel, which is much like in the Renaissance era. Not Renaissance era, but more like the industrial age. Everything was charcoal. Everything was fossil fuel. So you imagine cooking with charcoal. Now you cook charcoal already outside. These are inside units. So imagine that smoke inside, and the soot and all that stuff that came along with it. Insane. For the old-fashioned smokers, we had to sit there and load tons and tons of coal into this burning hot furnace to get this train to take off. That was work. That was some serious work. But imagine all that coal and all those factories that they were building and manufacturing, because then you had the industrial age or manufacturing stuff. You had to manufacture stuff. Imagine all that going into the ozone layer, because they didn't think about the ozone layer then. And then the 80s comes along and the aerosol cans kick off and people are spraying their hair constantly with these aerosol cans. Yeah, so now anybody can fix that mess. God put it there for a reason. To protect us. We destroyed it. So, you know. Look at our arcade machines. That's what we're doing right now. It's a bit of a job. 1, 2, 3. I do like the industrial era. I find it quite interesting. In Assassin's Creed, they talk about it too. Unity, they talk about the industrial era. Those of you that are big on the Titanic, how about you check out the version of the Titanic on how the Titanic became the Titanic. That's a good one. So there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. That ship was cursed before it even took off out of the water. They had all kinds of problems with Titanic. There were people skimming money and embezzling money and all kinds of stuff. These are two brothers that were involved. They were having problems and a lot of stuff going on before the Titanic was built. I think there were 3 of them. Olympian? I think Olympian. The Neptune. Was someone called Olympian and the Neptune? There we go. Let me see. The Olympus. The Titanic, 2 other ships, the Olympus and the... I can't think of it. The Olympus was one. Olympus was one. What's the other 3? It was 3 of them. They were sister ships. What happened to the Titanic ship? No, one actually was... Hold on, let me see. Retired from service. Titanic was wrecked. How many ships were built alongside the Titanic? Oh, it was the Olympic. Olympic New York was laid December 1908. It was launched in 1910. The two ships were built side by side. All right, there wasn't three was built, the Titanic and Olympia was the other one. Side by side. And granted that over 2,000 tall, weighed around 6,000 tons. Titanic later at 1909. So the Olympia was bigger than the Titanic. Oh, so the Olympia in 1916, while serving as a hospital ship during World War II, sank. So that ship sank too. The Olympian was the one, basically, it was two of them. It was the Titanic and the Olympian, were two. They were sister ships. So the. Wait a minute, there's another one. Oh, it said two. Oh, man, make up your mind, AI. This is why I read books. This is why. Britannica. So between, actually was a different ship. All right, we gotta look that up. I know two of them. I know one of them actually did sink in World War II. It served as a hospital. I do know that. And the Titanic, we all know what happened to that one. Dude cursed the daylights out of that ship. He really did. He was just kind of asking for it. If he would have said that, I got off that boat. I literally got off. There's no way in the world I would have stayed on there. You want to say something like, "Oh, not even God can sink this ship"? Nope, I'm off. Oh, no, I'm getting off. Definitely getting off. That's crazy. Okay? That didn't work out well, did he? You know, you're supposed to, when you're launching a ship, you're supposed to be asking for God's blessings to bless that ship, not to provoke him. The ship is the one sinking, not even God can sink it. And that was actually one of the worst sinkings. No, not, I would say roughly one of the worst sinkings in history. What was the worst shipwreck in history? What was the worst shipwreck in history? No. What was the worst shipwreck in history? Gee whiz. Really? Seriously, AI? What was the worst shipwreck in history? MV Don Pez. I can't even pronounce that. A passenger ferry that coiled with an oil tanker and somewhere in the Philippines. That was the worst one. What the freak went on with this? It was in wartime in Germany. Gee whiz, they had 9,400 people perished on that. Sheesh. That's why we don't do boats. I would never get on a boat as long as I live. You'll never get on a boat ever. I don't trust them. Anyway, whatsoever. I would never, ever get on a boat. Nope. Couldn't pay me enough money. I don't trust them. I would think I'd rather take airplane any day. I'd rather take a train. I don't know about train. My train don't get in a coffin, man. I mean, unless they got something different. I hope they don't coffin. I gotta look that up now. That just got me curious. What is the sleeping quarters of a train? Yeah, those things. No, I can't do that. That's what I feel. I call them coffins. That's what it feels like. I mean, they make them a little bit more opened up now, but still, nah, I'd rather just sleep sitting down and then just cut my feet up on another chair and just go to sleep. But no, that's a little tiny. No. And the thing about with trains is what freaks me out about trains is the fact that those suckers can derail at any given time. Anything can hit the track, cause that thing to derail. No, I'm good. I know. Kind of objective thing to talk about, but it's true. I'll never get on one. I'm not sleeping on a train. Never have and never will. But I feel safer up in an RV and someone's driving it than I am asleep. I am not getting on a train at the end of the day. No. Getting to me train wreck movies. And I feel safer on an airplane. I really feel safer on an airplane than I feel on a boat any day. Because at least in the airplane, I hate to say it this way, but if it happens, at least I'm getting it over and done with. But on a boat, man, that's torturous. Mind you being around all that water and you can't drink it. And you're basically starving to death because there's nobody out there. But you can't figure out why with all the GPS and satellites we have on the face of the planet. And there are people get lost at sea. It shows you how big the ocean is, but we don't really know it that well. Because in this decade in time, with all the technology that we got for searching everything on the face of the planet, how can anyone get lost at sea? There you go. Well, I don't do boats. I have a friend of mine, she gets those free cruises and all that stuff. I'm like, come on, you gotta try it. You know, run at that time, you know? Yeah, right. Not a million years ago to get me on a boat. Top of that, things are not connected right. The boat gets into a really bad storm. You got furniture and hopefully not a piano. Stuff coming at you at 100 miles an hour. I'll pass. I'll definitely pass. Boats capsize. Seen the Poseidon? Sheesh. Good gracious. No. Nope. And if you do get on a boat, say it sinks, right? A ship. You got to get past the undertow first. Now, as this thing is going down, it's dragging everything with it. So you have to get past that person. Good luck out swimming that nightmare. The faster it goes down, the closer it sinks, the faster it sinks down, the bigger the drag. So even if the boat's starting to sink, and you can jump, and you can clear a far enough jump to get past that ship that's sinking within the area where it's pulling things in as it's going under, then you're good. But if the thing sinks pretty fast, then guess what? Your distance is going to be cut off by a lot before you actually hit that particular point where you start going under with the undertow. Now you make a ship where the top half comes off and it forms like a helicopter. Yeah, I got it. I'll get on board. Because we got a way to get off. We just fly off of it. At least we can just go somewhere at the end of the day. Not sit out there and bob out in the water with a freaking GPS device waiting for the Coast Guard to pick us up while we all starve to death and die of thirst with all this water around us. Nope. I'm good. Which ain't a bad idea. How come they don't make part of the ship that flies? Oh, no. I tell you, the only way I get on a boat. If the boat's made like the Fifth Element. You ever seen the boats they have on there? The ones going out of space? I'll take that any day. Alright, as we're talking, we got this part already done. And for the person that says, all you do is rant all day long. You don't know me that well. Alright, let me see what we got here. So we got 1, 2. That's for that arcade machine. That's for that arcade machine. That's for that arcade machine. That's it for that one. Let's build our pieces. We need 2 of these. Oh, yeah, here. I need to see all the pieces for this. How many we need of these? We need 3 of them. My brush is drying out. Excuse me. My bad, people. My bad. Yeah. Nope. I'm good. Cross trip? Yeah, I do cross country. Any day. Now, some people won't do cross country because they feel it's dangerous. And I mean, you're bumping into people at the end of the day. That's why you don't go empty-handed. I don't have people do that. I'm pretty sure they carry something on you. People go cross country and they go traveling from state to state to state. And you're not carrying any boom booms on you? Because, you know, there are weirdos out there on the highway. I would never, ever be in a situation where somebody's chasing me in a car on the side of a highway. Never, ever. I take with me Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel, not the 2 people, we got 2 people in our family that I nicknamed Hansel and Gretel because they're like twins. They always hang around each other. They look exactly alike. I call them Hansel and Gretel. But no, my Hansels and Gretels. At the end of the day, there's no way in the world. I modified those. I designed them. There's no way in the world that you're going to I'm going to be caught in that situation, not with Hansel and Gretel. or Mr. Paul. Mr. Paul's an AA-12 with a dual C-mag clip in it. And they take hollow points and it's like an explosive impact round. So good luck on that one. But yeah. I don't usually carry that because we got to have a shoulder strap for that thing. Keep recoil on that thing is a beast. We got the middles in here. I got that because I watched The Expendable and Terry Crews had one. I was like, oh, what the freak is that? There's like an AA-12. Like, what? Got one. I bought one. All right, let me see. We have 7. I'm about to play bingo. Where's 7 connected to? Oh, 7's here. 7's a smaller piece. Wait. That's a 7? What is that? That can't be a 7. That is too wide to be. Oh, 7's here, but it says too wide to be a 7. All right, so that's the top part. So we have 1 and 2 right here. We only need 3 for the 7's. Cut out 2 of them. All right. Who does that? I'm pretty sure when people do the van life, I'm pretty sure they have something on them. They should. You should have something on you. Go get registered. Get yourself a legit firearm that you're registered for. Because again, when you're out there, you never know who's going to pop up on your tent or something weird at the end of the day. Like, oh, you're out here in nature. You're out here in nature. And on top of that, nature can try to get you too. So you should have some kind of protection out there. Yeah. Definitely taking drones with me. Definitely gonna take a drone. Definitely. But man, I can't. Anytime we go on, me and my family, we go on a little road trip. Yeah, you'll see a lot of black cases coming out of trucks. Yep, special toys. Special toys we take with us. Take my ghillie with me. I like one of my ghillies. And I can't tell you the rest of this stuff, but I take it with me. Just in case, you never know. People do weird stuff. I couldn't live that kind of life on the road like that and not having, even truck drivers got to carry something on. People do the weirdest stuff. A friend of mine who wasn't into carrying anything at all, he's like, well, I don't think anything's going to happen to me, I'm pretty careful, I'm pretty aware. Whether you're aware or not, it's whoever is watching you while you're being aware. That's the part I'm trying to explain to him at the end of the day. We go out to eat, you don't know what kind of people are looking at you when you go into a restaurant to eat something to eat. I mean, they can tell you're not from those parts, you're not local, you're not from here. So, yeah, you gotta be careful. Even though, yeah, you're a Christian at the end of the day, you trust in God, but I still carry. What do you need all that for? Where's all that necessary for? No. Okay. That's when I watch these guys called the Outdoor Boys. I'm pretty sure he doesn't show it, what he has on him. But you gotta have something on him. You're out there with your kids and stuff. And this guy does some really cool stuff, man. He's a lawyer too, by the way. He designs some really cool stuff. True outdoor guy at the end of the day. That's some really cool stuff. But I wonder, I have to ask him, like, you're even remotely worried that somebody would walk up on you while you're in one of these tents or something? I'm laughing about that. I'm laughing one time we went camping, and I swear, like, they thought we was having a hunting party. Man, we had majority of military. They had their friends up there. There must have been about 19, 20 black cases on that ground. At least they're all high-powered weapons in there. Somebody even bought a freaking a 50 cal sniper rifle. They bought one with them. I guess where you feel comfortable. There are handguns, all that. There's so many weapons they bought with them. I got a chance to see Tommies. Somebody had dual Tommies. So yeah. Dude was like, there's a predator out there. It ain't gonna be happy. When we had a ball out there, man. We didn't hunt or anything. We just brought it for protection, just in case if something popped up on it, you know. Here's some banjo music out there. Dun, 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 dun. Well, that'll be your last. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Look at that situation. I'd rather sleep up in a tree. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun going out there, hanging out with them, and laughing and joking and stuff. But yeah, we had a bunch of black cases. I brought a bunch of cases out the car. What the frick is that? You like to know. People can camp next to it. I mean, I've read some of the stories that people living the van life have bumped into some really creepy people along the way. You ever listen to some of the stuff they talk about? People they bumped into that are really, really extra creepy. And yeah. I know when I'm over in Texas, I'm gonna go check out this whole. Come on, you can have a grenade launcher in Texas. I'm buying one, by the way. I don't think I can. I'm not gonna bring it. I don't have to think about that. How do we get it back over here? Because you can get a permit to carry a grenade launcher. I thought they were joking with that. I thought that was a joke. I heard a comedian joking about that. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of weed at the end of the day, just so you know. But anyway, the joke was that they can legalize weed in Texas, but they won't legalize. They won't legalize weed in Texas, but you can get a permit for a grenade launcher. I'm like, grenade launcher? And I got family lives in Texas. I asked him. He said, yeah, you can get a permit for a grenade launcher. You literally can. I don't know. I don't even know what you would even use that for. Like, I mean, yeah, apparently go look it up. You think I'm joking? You can get a permit for a grenade launcher. So, I don't know how you're going to get it back to your state, because you can't have that thing over here. Because I remember when I had an M60. I had an M60 with a grenade launcher on it. I bought it at a freaking gun show, and I had to, I couldn't bring in their school zone. You can't have explosives in their school zones. I couldn't bring it over. I couldn't have it in Haventown. It's in a storage unit. These are special storage units for those particular firearms. But yeah, I couldn't bring it over because it had a grenade launcher on it. That's why I bought it, because Scarface said, "Hello to my little friend." That's why I purchased it. It was cool looking. I wanted it, and yeah, I couldn't have it over here. So yeah, when you talk to your landlord and they got to ask you, what are you carrying on you? Okay, I'm carrying this and that. You got to know what you have. So I couldn't take it with me. But I'm just curious. Like, I saw that, I was like, that can't be true, and it is. You can literally get a permit to carry it. You can. Mine in Texas is open carry. You can have an AR-15 and walk down and shoot with it. Easy. You can do it up here, but you're kind of asking for it. But a grenade launcher? Maybe you're tired of Jenkins stealing your paper. I don't know. In Texas, you can get a permit to get a grenade launcher. Some of the M203, that's grenade launcher. You can literally have them out there. I don't know why you would even need something like that. California has one too. California consider the rifle grenade launcher. However, civilians can own a 37. Yeah, flare gun. Flare gun can be flare guns can be used for flare guns. It can be used for gas. It depends on which one you're using. That basic ones with the huge one they had a freaking Terminator, I forget what it was, but they're used for gas, they're used for flare guns, and they're used for grenades. Depends on what cartridges you have in that thing. The M203. M203 grenade launcher.
According to Wikipedia, the M203 is a single-shot 40 mil.
Yeah, so that's something that I had. My MC has a part like that on the bottom of it, which is a grenade launcher. But I got it because, you know, we was at a gun show and I was like, oh, shoot. It's Scarface. I was like, how much you want for this? And I paid for it and got it. But I don't know why you would need that. I really honestly, like, I don't even take it to the range. I never fired it off ever in my life because, again, it's a grenade launcher. Like, why would I even need it? I just got it because the whole Scarface thing. I got it for collectors. What's the bottom? This is going to be the most tedious build ever. Putting together is not a problem. It's the cutout part that's pretty crazy. Okay, what's 8? It would have been just easy if I just went and just bought the arcade machines, but I couldn't get them the size that I wanted, so we had to build them. So this is a bit of a tedious build, and that's why I'm talking about all this stuff, because it's a tiresome build. It is. If I don't do it, I wouldn't do it, but I'm doing it anyway. It's a tiresome build. I want a catapult. That's what I want. I want a good old-fashioned catapult. Any day. Alright, we got the top part. So I'm only going to need 2 of these built for that. Oh. Got this in music or something. This is what's going to be. It's really going to take forever. Building is not a problem. It's a freaking pizza's cutting them out. I would like to know what's in the bottom of the ocean. Deep down in the bottom, as far as you can possibly go. I would like to know what is down there. I'm going to explore it. No. I would like to know if the camera put in some kind of drone system that can go down there. I'm just curious to see, explore what's down there. Can you imagine some giant fish stopping and started talking to you? What are you doing down here? You're not supposed to see these things. You are not ready for this. What would you do? You probably never go in the ocean ever again. Never, ever step foot in the ocean ever again. They launched some kind of weird probe under the ocean, as deep as it can possibly go. And this huge sea creature swims by and nearly stops the camera, the probe, and starts talking to it like, you're not supposed to be down here. You are seeing things you are not ready to see. And then releases it. Would you go back in the ocean? Heck no. You're not going there. But, stupid as man is, he'll try to figure out how to get to it. He figures if we capture it and we put it on display, we can get rich. Remember, that's the King Kong incident. That's how that started. Remember? You know? Giant monkey living up in an island by himself. And people got greedy and said, you know what? Let's take this monkey home with us so we can make millions of dollars and become rich. And that did not work out well. Alright, let me see what we got here. This is what? This is 8. What's 8? 8's the top. That's 8. And this is the screen, right? This is the screen. You gotta mark these, man, because you don't mark these. I don't know which is which. Alright, so these are 8. These are 8. 8. These are 8. 8 top. 8 top. 8 top, 8 top. Alright, these are 8 tops for this. These are 7 tops. Alright, let's see. 7 tops. 7 tops. It's not too far-fetched that animal might be a fish, maybe speak like a human, because it's not that far-fetched because we don't know. We haven't been that far in the ocean to know what is down there. Birds talk. Crows can talk. There's certain animals that do have the ability to have vocal cords and to mimic humans. Who say there's not a fish down there that can do it? We don't know because we don't know. We've never been down there that far. Imagine if you're down there, we got a probe. Finally, we got a probe that can get down there without basically imploding. And we bump into something down there really, really, really big and start speaking back to the probe. Actually, more like talking to us and telling us that we don't need to be down here. There are things that are down here that we're not yet to understand. What would you say if you saw something like that? You would never get in the ocean ever again. Not ever. The ocean would be empty as empty can be. People weren't even going to get fish. That would freak you out. Let's see. Screen. 2 top. Of course, if we're trying to talk to it, tried it first, they'd be shocked because I'm used to seeing a fish talk back to you, a sea serpent talk back to you, especially something that huge. So there'd be so many questions you want to ask it. Like, how come we never seen you on the top? I'll just be frank with you, like you couldn't handle it. There's no way you would attack me. And they would. You know, man, giant sea serpent comes out of the ocean. And it starts talking. Like we're in the military. There's no time at all how to destroy it. Screen? Screen. It's the screen. We're getting near the end of this. Oh man, I tell you. What do we have for time? Alright, we got this is the screen. This is the screen right here. This is the screen. Give me pen back. Screen. Oh, this is the top what? Screens are top what? Top 2. Top 2. Top 2. I don't think we're done. I'll make it this done. Alright, what we got left? We have this one right here, which is top 1. 2 of these. And this is the reason why I put up putting the arcade machines together. Because it was just going to be so tedious to do. Tedious. That's what I need to correct it a little better. Ooh, man. Let's pass it there for a minute. Oh. Okay, what do we have here? This is, where's one you just cut out? Top 1. This is the same size. Top 1 a little bit wider. Country number. All right. So I say some crazy stuff, but this basically just how my mind functions. About just curious about how. I mean, I would never go out there and figure it out. I wouldn't go out there and try to find out what's under the ocean at all. I just find it interesting that these divers are out there and they come apart these big sharks. My name is Bruce. Top one. Top one. Yeah, hello there. Very sharp. I like Bruce. I like Bruce in the mirror. Fish shark friends, not food. Yeah, so like if you had a time machine, where would you go back and stop to keep it from popping up in this lifetime? Boy, some people got some jacked up answers, boy. Jacked up answers. One thing I can stop. Remember what happened? One thing. Oh, you can't go back and do that. Can't stop Eve from eating the apple. That's destiny. That was meant to happen. Like in Futurama, where they got the time machine to travel back and forth through time. And the professor had them stop at a certain location. When they stopped, you hear Adolf Hitler in the background preaching. He brought this great big huge massive laser and took him out. So, hold it for a minute. I gotta stop right here in this particular time zone. And stop. All you hear is open the door and you hear Adolf Hitler preaching. And he put this big laser and goes, so, okay, we're done. He executed Hitler. He took him out. You know what's interesting? What's interesting is no one knows if he's dead or not. Some people just speculate that he didn't die in any of the bunkers and he's still alive. But you have to remember about life. You pay. Either way. There's no way to get around it. There's no way to escape it. And even if it's good. And if you don't believe in it, you're still going to end up there. You don't get through life that easy. If you feel that you're a criminal, you murdered people, you got away with it? Oh, no, you didn't. It's another life you got to pay for it. You got to pay for it. The thing about it is that life is far worse than the one you just lived. Far, far worse. So, You don't get away with anything. You don't. You really don't. People think you do, but you don't. Nope. Far worse consequences on my side. You can't come back. Can't fix it. Can't apologize for it. Can't do nothing. You have to take whatever's coming at you. See, when I was a police officer, and we had a fellow we caught. He was a serial killer, and he refused to tell us where the bodies were at. And right on his deathbed, he's about to die, and he said they'll never figure out what the bodies are. This must really make you upset. Well, yeah, a little, but where you're going at, it's going to be pretty. It's going to be a nightmare. I mean, it's going to be a real freaking nightmare where you're going. So, see ya. Yeah. I wasn't even getting satisfaction. He'd be freaking out to me, like, wait a minute. And this guy, what's he talking about? Something the other day. Yeah, it'll kick him. And the thing about it is that if you think you are a monster in this world, wait till you see the monsters that wait for you in the next world. Way beyond anything you have ever seen in your entire life. And all the screaming won't help you. It won't. You're going to be with those for the rest of your life, for eternity. You ever seen the movie called The Thing? It'll make it like a Disney show. Yep. It speaks about different creatures and so. It doesn't speak too much about it in the Bible, but it talks about some stuff, man. I was like, I hope I never see anything like that ever. I already seen some good stuff. I can't explain. I really don't want to ever see it again as long as I live. Thank God the Lord was with me, teaching me in this process of what's out there that I need to be very careful of. This man, I don't ever want to see that ever again as long as I live. But I never saw him again after that. After I never seen him again. Never seen him again. I never ever want to witness that ever. Not ever again. That was enough for me to learn. Stay on this side. I'll go over there. That's why I warn people at the end of the day that if a loved one of yours passes away, God forbid, and you see them in your house, you just witnessed a deed. That's what you saw. They can't come back. It's in the Bible. It's written. Not only can they not come back once they're over there, if you're saved, when they go to see Jesus, they can't come back. They can't return to this world anymore. They're cut off because in the world they're in, it's no sin, no curse whatsoever. In the world we're in, it's cursed. So they can never come back. They don't even acknowledge you anymore. They're in a whole new world, whole new body. They don't acknowledge anything from this world anymore. All that's gone. It's not even there anymore. So they can't miss you because they can't connect to this world anymore. Our world is sin, destruction, death. That one isn't. So it's two separate worlds, and you can't enter in that world unless you're basically saved. You can pass through, but you can't if you don't. The world doesn't take any blemishes, like Jesus said. I don't take any blemishes. No. The land must be pure, must be white. And people get that mixed up so many times on racist parts. Oh, it must be white. No. They're talking about the body of the animal being pure and white, as in basically having no blemishes or no marks. Some people take that in a racist term and get it mixed up. You are definitely going to a bad place at the end of the day. Because God is not racist, by the way. If he was, he wouldn't have made this color or any other color on the planet. Everybody would have been one color only if he was racist. So, stick that in your cap and think about it for a while. But anyway, so, yeah. They tell you from the door, that's not what you think it is. Having a conversation with you. I see people, I don't watch Ghost Hunters. I would never watch Ghost Hunters in a million years because they're not talking to ghosts. They're talking to something else. That's what they're having a conversation with, something else. Now, it literally says in the Bible that the devil can take the form of an angel and fool the very elect. You gotta be very careful. Sneaky serpent. So you have to be careful. This is 6. This is 6 is going here. That's 6 going here. So what the heck was this going through? This is 3, right? This is 3. 3's going here. Alright, so these are the only two we have. So what in Bob and Hills is you? I don't even know. We're almost done. You gotta be careful. So, yeah. Something calls your name back, go get a preacher as fast as you possibly can and get it out of there. And people sit there and entertain, oh, that's just, name it too. Oh, that's Francis. That's just our neighborhood ghost. Alright, you keep on playing with that nonsense at the end of the day. Get it out of there. Go get yourself a preacher and get it out of there. There's no basement for me. Check it, I'm out. That's it. They're gonna have the furniture. They're gonna have the projector screen. They're gonna have everything. Me and my cat out. That's it. When you start naming it and all that stuff, oh, we gotta go. Oh, by the way, I gotta cut you off, by the way. Bye. Because they carry your host. They carry host card. I don't know what in that mess. People do the card readings? No. No. You better not have those things in my house, ever. You definitely won't have problems. Don't do those things in my house. Psychic reading and all that stuff. No. I wouldn't install screens in those places at all, period. I would deny your order in a hot second. Oh, you want it where? No, I'm sorry, we don't put them there at all, period. Nope. If you want to take me to court and say, hey, look, no, it's against my religion, that's why. Try to go against my religion, see what happens. I'm not putting that in there. No. I don't care how much money you offer me. I don't care. I'm not going in there. Ain't no in the world. Ain't never put that much money in the world. And I love when people say, oh, but you're still out for some money. No, I've already did that one already before. Okay? That's why Lord put me through all that stuff when I was younger, because this stage that I'm going through in my life, that things are going to change for me in a certain way where I'm going to have those temptations that are going to come up. And thank God I went to Christian boot camp through all that to see exactly what would have happened. Because, man, if he allowed me to have these blessings now and I wasn't ready, oh, I'd have a lot of trouble. Satan would be all over me. So, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy that he put me through Christian boot camp. When I came out of lockup, I didn't have nice clothes. I had the same old clothes I went in with. So, you know, getting on the bus to go see my probation officer, and everybody's wearing real nice clothes, and I'm in there wearing these real bummy, dirty clothes at the end of the day, because, you know, I got no new clothes. Just got out. And I got no job, got no money. So what am I supposed to do? So, every day, I go see the probation officer, what he told me to do. I go meet these classes and stuff I had to go to, keep up with this agreement. But I didn't like getting on the bus, because people got on the bus had nice clothes, and my clothes were dirty and ugly. So, I ended up doing a little hustling. Make a little money. Some nice clothes, just for a little bit, until I can basically get something nice, you know. But, you know, one thing leads to another, and next you know, boom, you're in. Yep. And I walked away from the church for money. And I'm seeing every time I walk past the church, I get that feeling, I get that heartache, that pain, that's where I'm supposed to be at, but I can't leave the money. And then I start buying stuff, thinking that I can feel the void, but I can't feel it. It lasts for a little bit, and then the pain comes back, and I miss the church. So, that went on for about a good maybe 2 years of my life, walking away from God for money. And then my mom moved, and when I came back, the house was empty. It was just myself upstairs. So I took everything I had and I sold it to this guy down the street. Did pawn work, and I went to Delaware. With just clothes on my back and a few things in the bag, and that's it. I started off the same way that I came back home. I came back with nothing. All my money's gone, so I spent it as fast as I can get. I didn't save a dime of it. And I went back over, had enough money to go over to Delaware, see the family out there. And I spent some time out there for at least about a couple of months, and I decided I couldn't be out there sleeping on the couch. I'm a man, I need to get my own. So that's what I did. I left. I said thank you, gave him a little money. And came back to Philadelphia, got a job washing dishes, got myself a nice little rented room, got myself back on my feet. But I got myself back at the church. I went back to the church, got my life back together. So I don't. That's why I don't get into all that money and stuff at the end of the day. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous. You can lose your salvation extremely quick. And I lost mine for 2 years. So going through that little experience and going through that empty part, that empty feeling in my heart of losing God, I felt like I lost God, and then getting Him back, that happiness of being reunited with Him again, I ain't never giving that up ever again. So that's why I'm not obsessed with being rich. But unfortunately, not saying unfortunately, the blessing He gave me is going to put me in that situation. I have to know how to control that situation. The devil's going to come at me with bad women. He's going to come at me with all kinds of bad people that are going to try to be in my circle. And right now, the point where God has me at is I don't want it. I like to be left alone. Me and my cat and God work on things and just praise the Lord and be with Him. That's it. Got no interest in any of that stuff. When that people want to invite me to parties and banquets and all that stuff because it comes with the territory. You know, they want to meet the owner, the person designing the screen. I'm not interested in that. I'll bring a representative that'll represent for me, and that's it. I'm not interested in any of those parties or meeting any of those people. Just do my job and go. That's it. Send me a thank you. Okay, that's it. And that's the end of it. I don't want to be part of all that. You know, people have these parties, and next thing you know, they want to go hang out on somebody's boat, and they want to go do something, and they want to go do something out all night long, partying with these people and everything. I don't want to be a part of that. I'm good. I'd rather just be home, working on a program, working on a project, building some cardboard. I'm happy, man. I don't need all that. And that keeps me far from the devil, close to God. All right, top three. Top three survey. Top three. What are you missing now? We got top three. Top six. Where are you going to? Oh, you're the base. You're four. Four is the bottom. Four is top four. I didn't even have digital screen paint when that happened to me. I lost my salvation for a little bit and walked away from money. I didn't have the company. I didn't even have. Was it working on computers? No, we don't on computers either. Nope. No computers either. Nothing. I was just working on jobs. That's what I was doing to make money. And before I got into other nonsense, which I got myself out of. But yeah, that's why I was making some odd jobs and stuff like that. Then later, when I had moved over to the Park Avenue area, that's when I really got really close to God. When I started playing the bullhorn with Christian music, family radio, not the part with Harold Canton in it, not that nonsense. But anyway, it's the Christian music in the back, so the drug users can hear the music and the word of the Lord. They pass out God Love You tracks and stuff like that. And I got really heavy into reading the Bible. I started reading the Bible 3 scriptures a day for a year. And one area in the Bible I read about Leviticus, about the children of Israel, how they built the tabernacle. And that split second, I had a clear conscience for God. Clear conscience for God. Like, not think about anything, just God. That was it. There's just nothing there to confuse or complicate things. Nothing. Just a split, clear conscience, like link with Him. And I heard the Lord say, He said, "What would you like?" And I said, "I want to build computers." And that's what's going on right now. I never went to school for any of this stuff. I didn't go to school for none of this at all, period. It just kept coming. To be able to build them, put them together, program them, and then I got to a point where they're all past that. I started taking cases, stripping them, taking them apart. I was taking apart monitors and speakers and redoing keyboards to color them the way I wanted to take them. And then after that, I started building my own customized cases and Just for anything you can possibly think of, anything that I need to learn, just boop, right there in my head. When I came back, I gave up for a little bit. When I got back here again, I got into buying the RGBs, which I didn't know much about. Now I know everything about those things, and I had to hook them up, wire them up, extension cables, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I kept advancing my intelligence to build stuff. And then when I got over to Park Avenue over there, that's when I got digital and crystal screen paint. It's a little blessing with that, because same thing happened. The same voice popped up. When I sat there and I was confused about how we're going to make this paint, because one of the ingredients wasn't around anymore. And I prayed on it, and it was directing me where to go. That's where I went. Picked everything up, and boom. Ended up with digital one crystal. I wasn't even going to start a company with it. That wasn't my plan. My plan was just to make a screen paint that I can have for myself, because I didn't want the white screen, the white wall. And I was sitting there painting it up. Of course, you know, when the projector came on, I saw what I saw. I was praising the Lord, thanking Him for the blessing. And my buddy comes in, he sees the screen, he says, "Wow, you should sell this." So that's how I got started. I got myself a website and everything I needed. I never really worked in that field. I worked in websites, but not in that field like I'm working now. And the thing about it is, when the Lord blesses you with something, all the knowledge and understanding that comes with it, you will have it. The Lord is all knowledge comes from God. If all knowledge comes from God, that means that you can learn anything, because God can allow you to learn. That's what I saw about the children of Israel when I saw the tabernacle, that all knowledge comes from God. And if all knowledge comes from God, it doesn't make a difference if you never went to school. It doesn't make a difference if you never went to college. You will have that knowledge because God would have gave it to you. That's a split conscience that I had that popped up. That's why I ended up, He gave me that blessing. Because I understood that all things are possible by God. Pure faith. The Lord said, if you have faith enough the size of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain into the ocean. So, I had that pure faith for a couple of seconds, and I heard the Lord say, "What would you like?" And I was like, "I want to build a computer." And boom, here I am. I build computers. So, it's like that day didn't happen right away, because that day I knew, I had faith that the Lord was going to do this for me. I believed 100% He was going to do it. I didn't doubt. I didn't say it was not going to happen. I believed it. And that night I went to sleep and I woke up. Something felt different. Something felt really different. And when I went to something, I grabbed the magazine, because I'm telling you to grab the magazine. When I grabbed it, opened it up, I knew it. Yep. Now I'm in here building computers out of cardboard. So that's how I got my first gift. And my second one was screen paint. And they gave me that one too. And the voice that spoke to me the day I was in Home Depot, when I put it all together, it's the same voice I've been hearing for 14 years in my head. What do you think? Every screen paint we develop literally passes every single test we put in the Evo and knocks out every screen we put it against. Everything at 427. That's a lot of screen paint to engineer and to have that much testing, because we knew we really didn't have to test any of this stuff because it came from God. It was passable on so many levels it wasn't even funny. But then, you know, the devil gets mad. He gets angry when God blesses his Christians. He gets frustrated and he turns around and tries to figure out ways to try to taint those blessings, try to take away them from you. And that's where he brought those guys in. Those guys came in to do the devil's work, and they tried, but it didn't work. They failed. I'm still here, still making my products, got new stuff for 2025. And look at the situation they're in. See? I tell them, you can't take my blessings from me. I would give them my blessings long before you even heard I existed. Let me see here. Bottom half, bottom half. Brain freeze. I'm never getting a brain freeze. Oh, I hate those things. Then the brain freezes, no joke, man. You can't even move. You just sit there just screaming, grabbing your head like, oh. Yeah, 7-Eleven Slurpee. First time I got one, I chugged it. Yep, chugged one. They're all sitting out there. I remember when 7-Eleven first came out. 7-Eleven came out. I was around when 7-Eleven came out. That's crazy. I just thought about that. I remember the commercials on it. First one, I'm curious. I'm pretty sure I was around. I remember seeing those commercials for 7-Eleven when I was a kid. Let's see. When did 7-Eleven come out? Seven-Eleven came out in 1963. 1963. So in 1963, wow, was that 1963? Really? Yeah, 1963. Wow, I was born in 1968. So I don't remember. I wasn't around when 7-Eleven came out, but I do remember the first time we got a 7-Eleven in our neighborhood. I do remember that. I remember that. And I remember seeing the songs on the radio saying, "Oh, Saint Heaven, there's 7-Eleven." I remember all that. I remember it was a big thing we did in Newark, Delaware. And we lived in a small knit community. And they had this big lot. There was nothing on it. And they were doing some construction out there. And next thing you know, we got a sign that said 7-Eleven. And we're like, wow, we're about to get a 7-Eleven. And I realized 7-Eleven was crazy expensive. In the day, it's not really that expensive. It don't feel like expensive to me. When I was coming up, it was really expensive. It was super expensive when it first came out. Because the stores we had when I was coming up weren't that expensive. And 7-Eleven just seemed to be a little bit more pricier than the rest of them. But I do remember going to the store. I grew up in the era with penny candy. So that tells you how old I am. When you could go to the store with $1 and you can get so much back with $1. You would go take $1 and get penny candy, get 100 pieces of candy. You know, not chunk, really good candy. Penny candy is garbage. Yeah, really good candy. And you had those Ed and Eddie Jawbreakers. Remember those? We had those back in the day. You remember the candies you had with the army man and the parachute was thrown up in there and it would float down? That era. The dipsticks. As a matter of fact, I was around when the dipsticks came out. I know that for a fact. When did the dipsticks come out? Really, there's no exact date for the dipsticks? Candies? When did the dipstick candies come out? Dipsticks were around in the 1950s. So they're 1950s. The corner store we had was called Majestic. Majestic was owned by an old man and an old white woman. I think they were Italian. And they had all these different candies in there. And I remember when they brought down the dipsticks. If you ever had those before, the package was different than that right there. I know that for a fact. It's much, much different. They're different now. But the package is really big. They make them smaller now. That's right around the time when the candy cigarettes were big. So yeah, packages were about around like this, and you got a big popsicle stick of this like chalky candy, and you would dip it in there and eat the candy off the sugar stick like you weren't hyping up already. But you know, when I was a kid, that's when the good candy was coming out. You had the Nowlators. Nowlators were the size of quarters. Now nowadays are cheesy, small, tiny, brittle things, but besides the quarters, and they had all the good flavors. They had banana, apple, cinnamon, grape. They had chocolate. They had vanilla. They had all the good flavors at the end of the day. You know, now you can't find those good flavors anymore. And this is before they came out with those candy. Of the day now it's gross, but you know, I remember the candy cigarettes, the bubblegum cigars when they came out. remember going in and seeing them. They would always stack new stuff, and we got the bubblegum cigars. The cigars, we got them right over there, and I saw them. They had them in pastel colors. They had pastel pink, pastel like a seafoam kind of green. Those are the bubblegum cigars. We got them when I was a kid. They were about less. They weren't even a quarter. There's something like probably about 10 cents for them. Man, that's kind of crazy when you can remember that far back. There's an old corner store you used to go to and used to buy yard candy from. It's just, man, you forget about those things as you get older, but those are real memories right there, good memories. Mom would give me a quarter, and I'd go down, because I cut the grass or wash dishes, what I had to do, and she'd give me a quarter. And I'd go down to Majestics, and I'd get myself a bubblegum cigar. And I go up to my friends and go, yeah. So the other day, talking, I got a cigar, and I like to smoke it and everything. And yeah, they had candy cigarettes. Winston's, Cools, Kings, all of them. Camels, yeah, Camels. You'd be out there smoking your cigarettes. My buddy would carry he'd take his sleeves, and he'd roll them up on the side, and he had his cigarettes tucked right in his front pocket like his old man. His old man would come out, he had his cigarettes the same way, had the sleeves rolled up, show the muscles and everything. He had his cigarette right up in the top pocket, and he had it just like his old man. And he would always come over, he'd always have a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, just a little bit just hanging out. It's just, that was a different time. It was a different time. Now today, people look at that and frown on it, but it was a different time. He taught him how to hold it in his mouth where he can talk, and right on the tip of his lip. So he taught him how to do that. But he did, when he came over and taught me how to do it, my parents didn't go screaming and yelling at the end of the day to me, oh, you're a bad man, because no. Man, I can literally go to a store and buy cigarettes from my pop without ID. So, it wasn't really a big issue at the time. Now, he can go, my pop would come call me up and say, hey, I need you with some cigarettes. I want Camels, not the filters. And you walk right into the bar, go into the vestibule area. The vestibule area before you get to the bar, and there'd be a vending machine there. And you put your money in, and you pull on a tab, and boop, cigarettes pop out. Yep, wasn't a big thing. Then they got rid of the machines. Teenagers were smoking more. But truthfully, to tell you the truth, in the 50s, teenagers were smoking because at that time it was campaign to be cool to smoke. You had commercials of people smoking. Remember what's the guy, the Marlboro Light dude? Him at the end of the day, yeah. Even the cartoons, you had cartoons with freaking the Flintstones smoking. Now smoking cool today, smoking would literally kill the daylights out of you. But back then it would kill the daylights out of you too. But at then it was accepted. Movie stars did it, was in commercials and all that stuff. Now they don't do it anymore. It was the thing at one point. Even you can find commercials. Go on YouTube, you can find commercials of cartoons smoking cigarettes. I think they got one with the Flintstones. Cutting the grass and taking a break and sitting down smoking some Winston cigarettes. Now the day you do that, that'll get you sued. Like there's no freaking tomorrow. Yes, they will. And they always figure out some new way. They got rid of cigarettes. They brought out those vapes, which again, much worse. I think the vapes are much worse than cigarettes. And people say, oh, they're not. Yeah, actually they are. Number one, the vapes make you believe that it's killing your urge for nicotine. At the end of the day, you will actually puff more on vape than you actually smoke an actual cigarette. Because unless you're a chain smoker at the end of the day, and most people light a cigarette, they smoke, they're done, they put it out. But vaping, literally, these guys turn into freaking trains at the end of the day. They smoke, blow. Every time you turn around, puffing. I watched it. In the apartment complex, everybody in there vaped. And I watched them. How many times that vape went to their mouth compared to a cigarette? You take in more when you vape than you do with a cigarette. Both of them are bad to begin with. But this is why I don't trust certain things in medication and science, because they sat there and said the vape was good for you, and people got them and found that they weren't. They were just as worse. But you got to remember, you're putting a chemical into your body. Can't be anything good about it. There's nothing good about that. Electronic cigarettes, remember when they came out? Yeah, they caused a lot of problems. You bring in smoke and there's dirt on these cigarettes, dirt, filter, really put there from tar and all that. You're putting it into your lungs. And it doesn't feel like it at the time, but you know, you go through some lung disease, you will figure out, you'll realize how sensitive your lungs freaking are and how much they affect your body. You know, I wouldn't wish that on anybody, but you'll figure it out. There are people that sit there and choke on some cigarettes. I remember one time this guy in the back of the bus, I thought he was going to bring up a lung in the back of the bus. Coughing, and turn around, light up a cigarette. I'm like, this when you just got to look there and just stare at him. And the thing about it is, no, some of them can't quit cold turkey. People like that open to just quit. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. It's like being addicted. It's an addiction. It's a craving they go through. So it's not that easy. You say, oh, you can just quit. Just cold turkey. Can't. Some people can do it. Some people can quit, but some people can't. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. It's not that easy to do. You know, the body craves it. They have to have it. You know, one of my sisters got into it because, you know, she thought it was cool. You know, she went to part of the group. She went to smoke. You know, and did it for many years. And one day she had a stroke. She was lucky because when she had this stroke, she was in the kitchen and she hit her face. She went straight to the floor, hit her face, boom, out of nowhere, just dropped to the floor, had a stroke. And good thing her daughter could call 911, so she did. But she got out of that situation with no problem. Usually you have a stroke, something's going to go. Blood's going to stop going to your brain, something's going to go. You can't use your hands anymore, you can't use your leg anymore, you can't use your speech anymore. No, she had 100% recovery. Guess what she did? She don't smoke no more. Nope, not anymore. Nope. That's what did it. She smoked for the longest time until she had a stroke. Never did it again. She got into some kind of program to help her get off cigarettes, and now she don't touch them anymore. Good, happy for her. Because, you know, people who smoke at the end of the day, but I don't look at them like, oh, they're this, that, and the other. They have a habit, and it's hard to break that habit. Well, yeah, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. So instead of criticize them, try to help them. And please stay away from that vape. Please do. Stay away from it. I watched, when I was on that porch, some of them been doing it for years, and they just cack up all this nasty mucus as they're smoking these things. And they don't realize, say, oh, I got a cold. No, that's from the vapes that's doing that to you. Smoke them things and just so they're just bringing up a lung. Where are you going to? I'm confused. What do we got? This is 6. This is 6 right here. And just stay away from top 6. It looks like top 6. It is top 6. Why is top 6 over there? Top 6. Now, my addiction, everybody has an addiction. Everybody's got one. You know, everybody. And you might not have one of the bad ones, but you still got an addiction at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Well, any addiction's bad. I can't say that. Any addiction is bad. You got some people that are freak eaters. You've seen them on TLCs. Those people sit there and eat the same thing over and over and over again every single day. It's all they can eat. That's a form of addiction. People getting their nails done every freaking week. Gotta have them done, gotta have them done, gotta have them done, gotta have them done. Yeah, that turns us an addiction. Doesn't mean that you have to smoke and drink to make an addiction. No, addiction can be anything. It can be sugar. I'm got an addiction to sugar. You know what happens if I don't have sugar? My body gets real weak. It does. It gets really weak. I get cranky. That's what happens if I don't have sugar. I don't care if it's cookies, pies, cakes, whatever it is. It's got to be sweets. And I'm one of those people that I have sweets after I have my meal. I have sweets before I have my meal. Yeah. Yep. Got to have sugar. You know, you'll see around me bags and bags of candy. And I go eat all those candy. No. I minimize how much I can take, but I've got to have sugar on me all the time. I already feel weak. And people thought it was maybe low blood sugar. No, my sugar is actually perfect. It's good. I've been to the hospital a few times for testing. It's good. It's just that I go through the withdrawal, not having it, because I'm used to having that sugar all the time. And I like sugar. So I go through withdrawals. Body goes weak, feel tired, achy. Yeah, sugar. Coffee. Coffee is another huge addiction. Yeah. That caffeine, you're addicted to that. The Red Bulls and energy drinks, another addiction. People get hooked on those too. So yeah, there's all kinds of different addictions. All different types. Whatever it does, it gives you that sensation. You'll keep doing it, just keep it up. We went to freaking a buffet. Mine's a long time ago. Went to a buffet, and I literally went to the buffet, and it was who was it? It was something, a steakhouse, whatever. I went to a buffet, and they had to get the Jiminy's for the ice cream. I literally got a small bowl and filled it up with Jiminy's and ate it out of the bowl. My sister's husband just turned around and looked at me, just gave me the whole bent up face, like, really? He said, family was like, yeah. Yeah, he used to sneak and eat the Jiminy's and candy and everything. It's such a high addiction to sugar that I remember if I couldn't get sweets, I would mix sugar and flour together with cinnamon and eat it. Because it had that sweetness. And sometimes I'd eat it right out of the bag. Right out of the bag. Yep. Love sugar. And we got sweet tooth ones in our family. Not all of them. Not really all of them like sweet tooth, but majority of most of them. Easter time, when I was a kid, yeah. Halloween, oh my goodness, man. I can have as much sugar as I freaking want. That was the rule my mom had, that when Halloween came up, you can go trick-or-treating. That night, you can eat as much as you want. The next day, now you gotta minimize how much you get. So yeah, I tried. I tried to eat the whole bag, but I couldn't do it. Yeah, sugar. It's my addiction. Another addiction I have, potato chips. I freaking love potato chips. I do. Try to stay away from them. I really do. But I love freaking potato chips. I like pretzels, corn chips, Doritos, all that stuff. Funyuns. I just got finished eating 4 bags of Funyuns just a few minutes ago. Salt intake is good, but I gotta remember I gotta be careful because I am an old dude. But yeah, I love chips. Not a big fan of soda. I used to be a fan of soda, not anymore. Root beer and stuff like that. Yeah, I was a big fan of root beer. Now, if you have dealing with animate objects and you're having conversations with you, I think you may have a problem. I watched that TLC where the guy was in love with his pool toys. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. No. There's no way to excuse. That's insanity. That's crazy. He's in love with pool toys. Another guy that's actually people that love mechanical objects. What's this one here? This is a woman that was in love with the Berlin Wall. How did that work out when they tore it down? So she just put a claim in her husband was murdered and marry objects. So good. It's a name for him. There's so many questions I have to ask. I swear, if I ever meet one of them, there's so, no disrespect, there's just a lot of answers I'd like to know. As far yeah, the Japanese fellow, some guy married his fellow. Literally married his fellow. This is the bottom. This is 4, right? That's 4. That's 1. How do you bring that home to mother? Mother, we gotta confess something to you. Like, okay, what is it? I'm hoping I say something crazy, like something like, I don't know. They robbed the bank or something. Like, I married a fellow. Like, he what? Your father would even pop up out of the basement out of nowhere. Like, never be heard from when he goes in the basement. Would literally pop up like, you what? You married a pillow. Why would you marry a pillow? Because I'm in love with her and she's going to be my bride to be and all that. I'm like, oh my, she's my bride to be and some crazy stuff. I don't know, man, I tell you. And then some people would describe what is insanity. I don't know. Two is the screen. So I'll put that there. That's the screen. 8 would be over top, like I'm playing solitary. This would be 7, so 7 where the screen is at. That would be 7 there. This would be 3. What's this? 3? 3 would be here. Don't get it mixed up, Robert. That's 3. That's 1. And the last one is 6. 6 is there. Alright, we got them all cut. Man. And 3s. That one's freaking tedious, John. Oh. I wasn't too big on, at that particular time when I was coming up, I wasn't big on potato chips at all. Sugar. Only sugar only. Because, you know, you gotta rationalize your dollar. I wasn't really big on potato chips, hers. I couldn't stand sour, what's it called? Onion. Sour onion, I couldn't stand that sour. That's one thing I couldn't stand. I wasn't big on Doritos. If I had something with barbecue chips, I'm a big fan of barbecue chips, but it looks like I would never get them. Ice Pops, you know, when I was coming up, we had Ice Pops. Every kid had Ice Pops coming up. You know what I mean? Mom would make get them, and you wouldn't drink them. I wouldn't drink mine with the syrup because I wouldn't taste the syrup. My mom would freeze them. And my mom would freeze them. What I would do is I would basically drink all the drink out of it, and it'd be nothing but ice, and I throw it in the trash because I like the sugar, the sweetness from it. But I remember when the kids, when the ice cream truck would come around, and the kids would have their money. Now, my mom had 10 kids. She's out buying ice cream for 10 kids, you know. That's a lot. Ice cream truck can be expensive. So, my mom would go to the supermarket and she would get 5-gallon buckets of ice cream, Jiminy's, hot syrup, caramel syrup, all that stuff. The same thing the truck would have. And while the kids would have their ice cream cones, you know, they finish theirs off. And my mom would come out and give us these big bowls full of ice cream, different flavors, and we'd still be eating while their cones were long gone. Yep. You save some money. You used to have a lot of ice cream. Yep. You can get all kinds of toppings. Oh man, she had whipped cream, different chocolate Jiminy's, rainbow sprinkles. And they be sitting around like, oh, can I get some ice cream? Well, you had your ice cream. You was licking the ice cream in my face at the end of the day. I'm like, hey, you don't have one to do. You don't have any ice cream. We got a big old bowl of ice cream. So eat mine. Right there. Yeah, they're talking about this summer. They want to do the amusement park. Let's see how that turns out. I found out my sister's daughter is a roller coaster junkie. Let's see where this starts off at. Because I don't got too many. I want to do roller coasters with me. I ain't going there by myself. But I found out her daughter's a roller coaster junkie. She likes getting roller coasters. I was like, oh, really? You took coasters? I love coasters. It's not, you make it worse than what it is. I had a friend of mine who got on one, and now he does coasters all the time. Every time. We used to be terrified of it. And I was like, it's not as bad as you think. You're making it worse than what it is. It only gonna last a couple of minutes. It seems like it just goes on forever, but no, it's only a couple of minutes. The next thing you know, you're back on it again to get that adrenaline rush. So we tried it. We got on the front car. That's the only way to learn. You're gonna learn in the middle. You're not gonna learn in the back. You gotta be up front. But you get to enjoy the crank. Because everybody loves to crank that crank, and you're regretting it every crank. Like, oh my goodness, what was I thinking? It's the worst thing, and you can't get off. That's the worst thing. Don't think about getting off because your brain, you go nuts up there. And you're like, I gotta get off, I gotta get off, I gotta get off, I gotta get off. Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll give yourself a heart attack. Just chill and just close your eyes. The worst you can do is just close your eyes and hold onto the rail as hard as you can. And if you want to scream, you go on and scream. Just not in my ear while you're doing it. But anyway, so I get up and I said, look, man, now you see this? See the feeling you got? You can feel the gravity pulling you down at the same time, and all hope is lost. I'm trying to break him into roller coasters. I'm literally telling him, like, see how we're up here? And all hope is lost, and that's how it feels up there. Like, it's the last time you're going to see anything ever again. And then when that drop hits, and you hit that hit, your heart just go way down your chest. You can even taste your spleen at one point. Oh, man. That's the best feeling in the world. I said, now when you hit that second ride, now you feel that adrenaline pushing through, there you go. Each hit you hit, you're pushing for that adrenaline, that high. Each time you hit, you start liking it. It's not that bad. Once you hit the loops, I think it's better. You could take your hands like, oh, and your body hang up in the air. Oh, man, it's insane. So, yeah, we got off that thing, man. He was shaking a little bit, but his adrenaline was through the roof. Yeah, do it again. Yep, get back on it again. He was having a ball. That's not that bad. See how the thing about it is, it gets disappointing because it's like when you get on it, you can't wait for it to end. But once you get used to them, it's more like they don't last long enough. Unless you get on the Loch Ness. Loch Ness goes backwards. It goes forward and backwards. And if you do the possess is another one that builds up. So it goes up and it keeps going up. It keeps rocking back up again until it actually hits the top. When it stops, it comes back down, it stops. That's another good one. But yeah, he had a ball. He had a ball. Now we go to coasters, he the first one on. And it got to be the first of the cart. Anytime I do a roller coaster the first time, it got to be first cart. If it's not first cart, I'll wait. I don't get on. That's how I christen the coaster. I get on first. Now, the thing about it is, if you're into that adrenaline rush, if you get on the coaster you don't fear, you can't get no rush. It has to be coasters that you absolutely fear. The higher the fear, the higher the rush. So you go through that whole process of being afraid of it over and over again. Because then once you hit it like the second and third and fourth time, it's like, yeah, I've done this already. Find something new. Now we got that steel, what do I think it's called? The new one that came out, the one that has the drop into it. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to hit that rod. It's amazing. Lessons of survival for me in the park. Number one, bring 3 sets of changes of clothes. Trust me, you'll find out. Because someone's going to throw up on you, or you're going to throw up on yourself, something's going to go wrong. And then on top of that, you don't want to catch pneumonia, because some people, with one change of clothes, you go to the water park. They do the water park last, and they're coming back, they're soaking wet, especially if you walk past one of those rides that splash you in the day. Now you're getting on a bus that's air conditioning. Guess who's getting pneumonia? There you go. You bring 2 changes of clothes. That's what you should do. Or 3 changes of clothes. And you eat all your light food first. Your light food first, something light before you get on the heavy rides. You get on all the heavy roller coasters, light. And then I'll change over, because the bus has a bathroom. Change over, put on my little, like, more lighter gear. I'm gonna get myself some more heavier food, stuff like that. I change some other gear. And then at nighttime, you put on the gear. We just chilling and hanging out, because you're not really gonna be doing any rides and then sweating and that nonsense. You're just out there relaxing and chilling. So that's when I throw on maybe no sneakers. I kind of like to wear something like I want to get a pair of Crocs. I'm going to try those out. I never had a pair of Crocs. That's what I probably want. Most people like some Chucks, sandals, whatever, something like that. Something light. Some cargos, baggy jersey, something like that. And I like to wear the brightest colors I can possibly find on God's green earth. So, if you see somebody walking around with a bright SpongeBob SquarePants jersey that's super bright, that'll be me. And some bright yellow Chucks. Because if you lose me, you should be able to find me. Yep. That'll be me. I'm thinking bright yellow Chucks. Like, yeah, Ken's over there. We're over there. Look at them Chucks. You got them bright yellow Chucks. You will put on sunglasses sitting next to me. I like to wear the brightest stuff possible. Top 4. This is top 4. Brightest colors I could possibly get. That's the only place you can go and actually wear that without looking like an idiot. And next time I go to Disney World, I'm buying my stuff. I'm buying all my stuff from someplace and wear it over Disney World, because Disney World's clothes is freaking expensive. Like $60 for a hat. I'm probably way more now. Like $60 for a hat. $60 for a freaking hat. It's not even gonna freaking fit it. Anyway, coming from there. They're supposed to be doing some trip. I think Disney's one of them. I want to go to Disney World. I know one thing, I'm definitely getting on that Yeti again if it's still there. I have to conquer it. To conquer means I have to do it twice. I couldn't do it twice the first time. That didn't jack me up. I can't do it again now, I know. I'm not going to tell anybody on the ride what goes on. Why not? Alright, we got how many of the bases we have to do? Oh, man. So we got 3 of these bases we have to do. Jeez. I forgot about the base. We're going to do the 8 for base. So we got to do 3 of those right there. Because we're doing 3 arcade machines. Just imagine if I initially decided to do 4 of them. Or 5. Gee, whiz please. I've been here so long. What time is it? No, I don't even care at this point. Man, I can't wait for this whole Wednesday thing. Oh, no. Some people are like, they're not into it. You should watch it. It was amazing. Wednesday was amazing. Definitely worth it. But they brought it out around October in that area. September, October, around that time. That was the best time to bring it out. You're talking about 2025 with summertime? No, man, you're bringing it summertime? Wait till autumn kicks in and show something like that. They're gonna have that same kick, the impact. Well, if we had to wait, I hope it's pretty good. First one was freaking amazing. So I hope it's pretty good. And yes, I watched the Wendy's from the Addams Family. I freaking like the show. I love it. I'm a big fan of the show. I even got a group that I'm involved in on Facebook about the Wendy's show. Yep. This in here. What do we got here? This is base 2, side base 2. Side base 2, side base 2. Gotta do some wire management to down the other PC, get that ready. Equipment's coming in here for that. And I gotta download games. I've been downloading games more on my work PC because, you know, it's my work PC. I use it more right now. The other one's down until I get the drivers for it. For that motherboard, which the other ones didn't come with drivers. Only this one did. I should get that combo pack was that, man. I was like, that man, combo pack is sweet. But we got base what bird? Come on. Base 2 side. Base 2. Alright. That's base 2. Now I'm getting that set up. Definitely the i9 processor with that digital board. But 109G was 192? Let me see something. So how many slots? We got 1 slot. How much would it cost me if I do 32? What's that for a minute? Alright, let me see. 32 gigs. How many slots we got on here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 slots on there. So 4 slots in there. 4 slots. Can we get a gig of RAM in 128? 128 gig of RAM. Alright, so 1 gig of RAM of DDR5. Merry Christmas. Whoa. Okay, that much ain't cheap. So if I do so each one of these RAMs, what I'm getting, each one of them is 48 gigabytes on this stick. It equals up to 96 gigabytes. So I can do 96 gigabytes. I can go higher than that. I can do 128 gigabytes. What I think I'm going to do is, I'm going to do 96. 96 is 241. I get 248s in there. 96 gigabytes. I'm going to put 96 gigabytes on my system because I'm not going to need my board does 192. I'm gonna do 96 on my board. And that should give me enough power. We need more power. Who wants power? We got power. There's power, we power, their power. So yeah. Now, like I said, for people who have the game system PlayStation, you like it, hey, that's your thing at the end of the day. Enjoy your gameplay. You know what I mean? People who basically buy the system just to have fun and enjoy it, they at the end of the day are not into the bragging field. They're not. They're just into play and have fun. That's it. They don't care if you say the system is awful. They don't care if you say the system is great. They don't care. They just like because they like the game. That's it. They're neutral. They don't get upset if I say something like, hey, I'm going to build a PC that'll basically outdate your system. They don't care about that. All they want to do is just game and play. Those are the ones that basically got it better than the rest of us because they don't need all that power. And I need all this stuff at the end of the day for my machines to be able to have a little bit of bragging rights on them. And they don't care about that. They just want to game. So, much respect for those guys out there, ladies and gentlemen out there. But for the other half, who does like to brag about the systems, and we're going to do a little trash talking back and forth. This is where PC comes in versus the console, and console now versus PC, where you guys like to brag and talk about your parts and all that stuff. And this is when we come at them, that particular group. I'm going to tell you, I think we do all consoles that way. No. It'll be a particular type of group that we'll go after and we'll go our trash trucking back and forth. And that'll be the fanboy console boys. Or say super fanboys. Super fanboys do that. So when I say that, I will turn your console into a freaking paperweight. I'm talking about you super fanboy. I think your system is always super great, but it's not. I challenge you with hardware specifications. Kind of see like the super fanboys, like it's Independence Day, and you're on top of that roof cheering these aliens on, and we're just gonna open up that huge, massive death ring, obliterate you from the door. You are now big as first. They might contact me like, you don't know anything about this and like that. The PS5 is the best system on the face of the planet. It's the best console system. You have that, yes. But versus PC, no. You know how powerful the i9 processor is? It's absolutely beautiful. I'm actually tired, by the way. You have no idea. So I'm tired. I am really tired. I'm really tired right now. I've been cutting for so long. This is the base side. It's not the base side, is it? Base side looks a little. There's no base side. It looks like this front. Why would you put that for side? You're gonna confuse me, man. You confuse me. Yeah, I'm tired. I gotta do something else. If I'm doing the same thing over and over again, I'm gonna go nuts. So I gotta push myself on this one. I'm used to changing and talking about something else, you know. It keeps me insane. So if I'm on a machine and I'm just talking and rambling about certain things, I'm programmed. This is when I program. I'm actually working on something. I ramble on because my brain needs to change. It's like riding down a straight path for like 40 hours. I have to turn somewhere. And at one point, basically, if I don't turn fast enough, I'm taking this car down the side of this mountain. I wouldn't do that in real life, but I'm just telling you what I'm talking about. Yeah, just got to change pace. Brain's been running on the same path. I need to replenish. So, yeah. Alright, that's 2. That's 3. 3 from here, 3 from 1, 3 from it, 3 from it. 1 with them, bump. Give me this right here. All I want to do is something else. Something else. You know how crazy it is when you're tired and you have to push yourself to keep doing it. Even though you just want to quit. Okay. Be like the Breakfast Club, like, you know, call me a loser. And he's asking the question, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? What's your thoughts on fire right now? Don't even know. Alright, we got 23 on this. We got 2. We need to do 1 more. We got the base to do 3 times. And then you can do something else. Just keep going. Alright, we got 3 here. 3 there. Give me another one. Some days, I can come right there. I'm going to the corner and stare at the wall. I'm going to stare at the wall. You ever watch The Return of Good Gonzalez? Really interesting one. The house by the island turned into a resort, and they end up working on the island for the house. Some make more, some make less. think the professor, all he has to do is just basically do archaeology digs and all that stuff to entertain the guests. And Ginger's doing a performing actor on there, so she does shows and stuff at the bank. They all separated. They all went into their own world, try to bring back what they've lost, and figured out that they were just too far behind. So much has changed, so they just went back to the island. And the house bought the island and converted it into a luxury resort. So each one has their own part. You know, Mary Ann, I don't know what she was doing, but she was doing something like a really cushy job. They all had cushy jobs, except for only two of them didn't have cushy jobs. And that would have been the skipper and Gilligan. And the reason why, because they felt that they got them shipwrecked on the island for all those years, and they blamed them. And it doesn't technically say that, because they're all good friends and all. It doesn't say that, but they made them the bellhops. So they made Gilligan's a bellhop, and he's a bellhop too. He just basically brings them on a boat. The boat lands in, different pilot, lands the boat, and they go out there in their boat, and they pick them up, and Gilligan is a bellhop. And I'm pretty sure they get a percentage or something, but everybody else got cushion jobs. You know, all you got to do is do archaeologist digs and explain the history of the whatchamacallit, and that's it. Just chill and relax. And Mary Ann is just basically she was doing hostess or something, whatever it was a very cushion, easy job. And she's all relaxed and chill. And then you got the movie star. She gets to perform, but she gets paid for that. It's entertainment. That's fantastic. And then you get the skipper and Gilligan. They made them bellhops. They just go in and they pick up the guests from the boat, and Gilligan's way down with all this luggage. Yep. So, but isn't it called Gilligan's Island? So why did the house got it? Why are they making money off an island that was actually named after Gilligan? Yes. You know, it's interesting that they spent 15 years on an island, 15 or 14 years on an island, I think it was. They're on the island, and just to get off the island and go try to regain what was left of their life, to find out that there was nothing there for them, that their whole life was there the entire time they were on the island, because they became family. Yep. All right, last piece. I'm gonna go lay it on my desk and stare at the wall. Today, I'm looking for the time. I felt this way since I built this theater room. Upstairs, I had to go through all this work and paint the floors and everything. You know, when we do that kind of stuff, that stuff doesn't just happen overnight. There's so much work goes in to build those environments, like we're doing right now. The guy sat there and said, "Stupid," because I'm basically building all these environments got nothing to show for. Oh, you do it. So I'm done. I have got it done. No matter how tired I am, push myself. Doesn't make a difference. Push. Doesn't make a difference if I'm tired or not. I can't put it off to the next day because I got too much coming in and it'll get buried somewhere. So I have to keep pushing to get it done. You're so tired that you feel like you're operating without yourself. And if you're operating clearly without yourself, your brain's tired, you're tired. too much to do. Welcome to the house, welcome to the house, we're going to now. Person who said, "Oh, you're just ranting, you're just being lazy." Oh. Yeah, I get more done in my day than you do. I'll tell you that much. The person was ranting about that. I get more done in my day. I've been to all 16 today of my Facebook social media sites, even in my chat rooms that I have already set up. And I've had my bulletins and updates all put in. So I'm finally get my stuff to replenish. I'm about to do a live demonstration on Facebook. Basically showing off our Christmas sale. When I updated the website. Still got to come back in on Monday and update the search engine optimizer, which has to be done. Because I haven't done that in a while. So I got to update everything. So we had new stuff to your website. You got to go into the search optimizer and change it. Oh, it's only 408. Wow. Seriously. That was longer than that. It's 408. That's it. And I'm sitting there complaining about being so tired. You need to stop that, bro. Let me see. Juice. Okie dokie, people. This has been an interesting and long day. I am done. Oh shoot. This is what came in, basically cutting up the puzzles, making the what was it for? I'm sorry, I'm tired. For the arcade machines, that I cut all these out and build this thing piece by piece. And for freezing, it's because the internet's acting crazy. But anyway, yeah. There you go. Alright, I gotta go. Gotta crash for a little bit. I'm gonna basically go home. Me and take the cat with me. Where's he at? He can read my mind. Look, he reads my mind. I don't know if we're jittery or jumping. My internet's acting buggy. But I'm actually good time and God bless. Oh, there he is right there. He's ready to go. He feels dad's tired. Alright, I'll be back in probably later on.